Hi everyone, we're doing a casual stream here. I don't know how well this is going to go. I guess we'll find out. I'm just going to carry on with what I was doing in the meantime while we wait for people to hop on in. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm just doing stuff in the background. I just decided I'd do a casual stream because it was one of those things where I just figured I should use my time productively and also get some enjoyment out of it, so I'm just sat here doing stuff in the background, and now I need to get my rhythm again because I lost it. Hey Proof! How you doing? How you doing there? I'm doing okay, as usual. Hi John! Nice to see you both. Oh boy. Right. Yeah, it's just gonna be this setup for now. I need to get a better setup for chat streams. Admittedly. I'm just doing like a lot of texture work. Just started a gacha game again, says Proof, that I played a few years ago. Ooh, interesting. Which one is it, if you don't mind me asking? Let's try... Oh, I need to edit that texture. Hopefully this will work. So yeah, I'll tell you guys more about this in a moment. I'm just gonna get this last texture done. And obviously read chat and away we go. Monster Super League. Oh, I've not heard of that one. Was it like a popular one or... I like casual streams for situations like this where I'm like, yeah, I'm doing something that's pretty monotonous and takes up a lot of time, so hang out with everybody and see what happens. Hey, Classic! Classic says, I'm home from doing some PC work today, fixing an old PC. Oh, nice! Speaking of old PC, I really want a retro setup at some point so I can play some old stuff. Let's see if this works out. I've got to make like 72 individual textures because I decided not to do this the easy way. Or rather, I was going to do it the easy way and then everything kind of spitballed out. Well, everything spiraled out of control when I decided I would make models just slightly more detailed than I needed to. And as a result, yeah, I'm now spending forever doing stuff. Retro, you can just emulate it, says Damon. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, it's not as good as actually having the physical stuff, you know? Especially if you're into that kind of thing. Or at least I don't think it is, so like... You know, having an old Windows 95 PC that can run stuff and run stuff without, like, any problems with emulation is always going to be, you know, the preferred method for me. Can't say how popular it was, says Proof, but it was enjoyable. You don't necessarily need 5-star units to be good. Oh, cool. I get what you mean. It's why I collect DVDs, says Damon. Yeah, it's like I have a load of DVDs, personally, you know, like, favorite ones. But yeah, part of the reason for this stream is like I was alluding to just a moment ago, or rather detailing a little bit, I kind of messed up a little bit for the Undertale animation that everybody seems to be interested in at the moment, which is really nice, by the way. What ended up happening was I need to populate one of the rooms with a load of VHSs, and my original idea, because they're all supposed to be like cartoons and stuff, my original idea was to take a bunch of images that people had done of their own VHS collections and then just Photoshop those onto like planes and it'd be done in 2 seconds. But the problem is, like, they had no depth like that, so I was like, okay, I'll give them a little bit of depth by making the corners of the VHS cassettes actually visible. And then when I did that, I was like, okay, so now if there's gaps in between or when I need to move stuff around, the sides are going to be visible. I can't just do that because then you'll see like errors in the textures and things. So then I had to go ahead and make it awkward by individually modeling each cassette case And then I was like, oh no, this has just made everything twice as more detailed and awkward, because now it's like I have to not only have the cassettes, but have every single cover be accurate, and also have them wrapped correctly, and just in case they're visible at any point, from any angle. So, yeah, I have to make 72 individual textures for these cassettes now, and then line them up, and it's taking a long time, as you can tell. But I've not got anything on in the background, because I've just got, like, Photoshop open. I've got, like, the easiest part about this was doing the unwrap, because the unwrap, or basically the part where you get the textures to line up, I have that more or less set up now, so I can just throw these textures on, or rather cut them out and throw them in, but it still takes a little bit of time to move them around, position them, cut them up, find them to begin with in some cases. So yeah, I didn't handle this the best way, but at least this is going to be pretty interesting, and I'm going to have to focus actually on these to get the most out of them, so I figure having like a small scene showing off some of this collection will be funny, but it is like the most crappy collection ever, is the best way of putting it. Damon says, yeah, I saw the devs for Maximum Action did that for VHSs. Yeah, Maximum Action's something I've been wanting to get for a while. Shoga says, hey, congrats, Dave. Thank you very much, Shoga. I know I've been getting a load of those recently from everybody, so thank you very much, everybody. Oh, crap. So yeah, this stuff that I'm doing at the moment is turning into the most funny thing ever, because it's just like a mishmash of all kinds of anime videos. Like, I'm gonna try and get Gundam Wing in a little bit to throw that in there. I've got even some little references to stuff that I've talked about on stream before, here and there. But like, for instance, the whole deal with this is because all of these VHSs are meant to have been thrown in the trash at some point, and then they've been found and collected and then brought back to make into a collection later on. Basically, it's a complete mishmash of everything. The character in question doesn't know anything about these VHSs, really, other than they enjoy watching anime. So you've got stuff like End of Ava next to Pokemon and stuff, so it's pretty funny how messed up this is so far. I've even got Dragon Ball GT in Spanish at one point, because I couldn't find an English version. But I figured that'd be even more funny and leans more into the joke as well, of it just being a complete mess of a collection by having somebody throw away a Spanish version because they didn't know it was in Spanish until they actually got hold of it. And then they're just like, oh no, throw it in the garbage, and then it comes down here and ends up in the collection. So yeah, it's a really big mishmash at the moment, and I'm having to go around the internet and try and find all these VHS labels in high res so I can use them. It's like I'm even doing stuff like, what have I got for reference at the moment? I've got Golden Boy, 2 of those, Appleseed, Bubblegum Crisis, Trigun, Ghost in the Shell, because you can't do without Ghost in the Shell. And then I'm looking at other people's collections here and seeing stuff like Battle Angel, Vampire Hunter D, Neo Tokyo, Armitage, Macross. What else we got here? It's like Cybuster? I don't know. Guyver. Well, looks like Junk Boy there. Outlaw Star, I need to put that in. Let's see what else we got. I'm just seeing, because some of these... Oh, Sakura Wars. Didn't even know that had a VHS. But the worst part is, I'm trying to find, like, the easiest thing would be to find collections of them and then just texture entire sections with those, because it'd be super easy. Problem is, I can't find those either, so I'm having to go through individually, so it's a bit awkward. Metropolis? Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm I've got Metropolis on DVD. I've just not watched it in ages. But yeah, it's the most messed up collection of stuff ever. So I'm currently working on all of this at the moment. I've almost done the first 10. Jeez. But yeah, in the background we got some Sonic music. Hope it's not too loud. I just picked it out and was just like, I need something in the background. So Sidebuster was weird if you know the source material. Oh. Dude, what the hell? I'm just like, I'm looking at my textures here, and one of the textures that I used to more or less position everything was slightly out of whack. So I'm like, oh god, please hope that's not ruined my textures. But yeah, because I have to make like 72 individual textures, it's gonna take a while. So why not have a chat stream, you know? Why not chill out with everybody and have a good time? I was gonna do Burnout as well tonight, you know, before Gundam, but because Gundam's tomorrow, I figure I'll play Gundam probably a lot tomorrow. I've got to do some housework again as well, which I need to arrange in a little bit. And then once that's done, then I can just do Gundam. Because GBO2 is going to be on PC, and I actually want to see what that's like. Metropolis is really good, it still holds up. Have you seen the Witchblade anime? Yes, I have. Witchblade is brilliant. I really like it. I might actually see if that's got a VHS, because it's a bunch of things where it's like, okay, does it have a VHS? Can I get access to the cover for it? How good does the cover look? Is it in high res, or high enough res that it looks okay and matches everything? Oh, this says DVD on it. I'm literally looking at it. It says DVD on the side. What I'll do is I'll just edit the texture for that. I'll edit it so that it doesn't have DVD on it, because I totally overlooked that. My bad. Hi, Wolf Thunder. GBO2 better work. Indeed, it is. As Proof said, it's between 5 and 6 a.m. It starts in UK time, which is going to be incredibly tiring. So I figure my choice was either to stay up and then play it, or just to wait. So I think what I'm going to do is pick the better option of waiting. Right, I need to get rid of this DVD label here. I'm just going to paint over it. The glory of Photoshop, just being able to paint over stuff that you don't like. So it has this big DVD video thing. The entire box for Golden Boy is like white with a red label down the side of it. So I'll just do that, and that'll be texture. It says it's texture 11, but I don't think it is. Let's try. Wolf says, is it okay for me to ask? Remember when I mentioned Clive and Wrench when you played Kiwi 64? I vaguely remember something like that. It's been a while, and obviously I've been doing a lot of stuff, so, I mean, if you want to remind me, Wolf. This is the problem with, like, jumping around and doing a lot of different things. Sometimes I kind of end up letting things slip past me. It also doesn't help because of various different things that I think I have wrong with me. It means my memory is a bit picky sometimes. Like, I don't mean to, you know, forget things, but... David says, the art style is amazing. Also, she's super sexy. Indeed. Proof says, I would say sleep is the better option. Yeah, definitely. I figure sleeping is probably the safer option for Gundam. I have to transfer all the UV data across these models now. Let's see. This is so tedious. I really wish that it was like a 2-second job. let's see. Right, let's see if this works. I need to go find like Gundam or something so I can put that down here because Gundam Wing will probably be on the list. The devs just released keys for content creators and streamers who wish to make videos once the game launches. Ooh, that'd be good. Classic says, Uncivil Wars anime was funny, classic, cool Gal Force. Another, I missed those. I figure I want to try and get as many classic anime in here as possible. Ah, yeah, there we go. So this VHS for Golden Boy has the actual proper VHS front and back to it. The only problem is it's in Japanese. It's fine. It doesn't really matter when we're only seeing it a little bit. Plus, like I said before, given the context, it's actually not too bad. Like I said, the only problem is I wish I could macro this or write a program that just cuts everything out and puts it in certain places, you know, for me and does it all within like 2 seconds. The problem is that it'd probably take a massive amount of time to code anything like that, and I wouldn't know where to start with that as well. So that's one that I'm gonna have to avoid and just do it by hand. Oh, come on there. Funny thing is, hardly anybody is gonna see anything for these cassettes other than like the spine. So it's gonna be a shame to have put in all this work and people not see how much effort's gone into it. But what can you do? Riding Bean and Gunsmith Cats are also out there. Gunsmith Cats is really good. Posted the Genocyber cover for you in Discord. Nice, nice. Thank you very much for any help. I think Jen suggested, what was it, Ninja Scroll before, Jen? Yeah. I put that in. Wait, it's snowing?
It has snowed.
Oh, how crazy is it snowed, Jen?
Not too bad at the moment. It's worse on the other side of the town, the way it's looking it.
Ah, okay.
But that's the only reason I went and just looked out the window there.
I did not realize that. I know it was going to be cold, but we can't tell in here because we've had the heat on quite a lot, so. Oh, dude, what the hell's going on with this texture? I swear I've done it right, and yet the texture's coming out wrong. Just gonna have a look at the... Oh, it should be right. Oh, I see. Hang on. I'm just looking at this tutorial for a moment. Select the target mesh you wish to copy the UV to. Select the source mesh, which would be that one. Select that one, select the top one, and then transfer UV layouts. There we go. There we go, got it. So select that, select the source mesh, object, link transfer. I'm on the second row now of stuff. Best pick the good spines. Wolf says, I've also recently just learned that Shady Vox did audio for Clive and Wrench. Don't know if you know. Yeah, I remember Shady. I remember Shady doing some really fun stuff back in the day. Found you a Gundam Wing one. Oh, nice. Let's have a look. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, the Genocyber one. Thing is, gotta make sure they're high enough resolution. So, like, the Gundam one. Let's have a look. What's the image of it? It's kind of okay. Not really in English, though. Hang on. Let me try and see if I can find one. Because I've got it up on stuff here. Let's have a look. I go Google here and then just go Gundam Wing VHS English. VHS cover, I should say. Cover English. And then where it says tools, go to size large. Should get a full cover somewhere, hopefully. It'd be like episode 50 or something. The one that I didn't watch. And then had to watch later on. I tried finding Escaflowne as well, because I thought that would be one, but I couldn't find the full box, so I might try again later on. Hey, Divisia! Nice to see you! Dude, I cannot find full box for English Gundam Wing. Oh, wait, no, found it. No, it's... Oh, it's 600 by 420? Oh, it would be 420, wouldn't it? What's that one? Okay, so there's one that's bigger, that's like 1400 by 974. The problem is the website looks dodgy. And then there's a DVD one there instead. Let's not get the DVD one. In the event that somebody actually sees that detail on the texture, the jig's up. It has to be so specific. It's the only problem with like trying to do this kind of stuff. Trying to think of more girly animes that I can put in this. Jen, you got any ideas? Because I've already got Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon. Oh yeah, Card Captor Sakura would be good. Card. Oh. Yeah, but that's DVD.
Not DVD. I'm saying the wrong thing.
Sakura, I think I can get. I'm gonna have to look a little bit more into that. Because I imagine half of this collection is gonna be totally messed up because of it being Alphasis, so it's gonna be like half girly, half classic sort of action stuff, and then a bit of sci-fi in it. That's why it's such a complete mess. And then in between, I've got Transformers. Pretty Cure. Ooh, I don't want to link the tweet just in case you. Wolf, if you want, you know the indie section in our Discord. If you want, post it in there. Because that's totally fine, because I know YouTube hates links and stuff. Ooh. Let's just... By the way, thank you for anybody that's suggesting stuff for me to look for here. But yeah, what's everybody been up to? Because, like, I don't want this to just turn into everybody just focusing on helping me out here. What's everybody been up to? Anything interesting? You know, what games have people been playing? What anime you've been watching? Get some conversation going. Like I was saying before, at the moment, the only thing that's going on with me, apart from decorating and doing the animation, is waiting on GBO2 for PC, just to see whether that actually works, because of how much of a mess it was the last time, so I guess we'll see whether it's any good this time. I hope the netcode is better than the PS4 version, but it's debatable. I doubt it, but I'm gonna be optimistic about it, you know. As usual, cautiously optimistic. Best way to approach anything. Yes. There we go, that's the Appleseed box done, I believe. Gotta love Appleseed. Like, the 2004 version is really good. Oh. Starting to sound like Alphas here. VHS 13. Let's see. All wing in massive size, says Damon. Oh, I'll have a look in a sec. Damon says, I've been playing Space Engineers with my brother for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Been pretty sick so far. Oh, nice. Reminds me of yet to mess around on Space Engineers. Because I've heard people recommend it to me before. In terms of girly anime recommendations, how about Gramblem? I've not heard that one. It's like Madoka, oh no, but with mecha. Okay, so The moment I read Madoka, I was like, oh no, 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 no. But, because of its, you know, its whole, reputation.
Old ones that would be on VHS.
Yeah, older ones that have been on VHS are going to be hard to guess, I imagine. I guess we'll find out. Black Lagoon? Maybe? Let's see. Transfer. I'll have a look at these that have been posted in chat now. Oh, it's not the full covers though, Damon. It's only the spines there. I'm sorry, I'm so picky with this. It's just because of how I'm doing it at the moment. Funny enough, the voice actress from Madoka also voices the main antagonist of Granblum. Oh god. I'm gonna see about Granblum now. Hey Sky, how you doing? Let's see, let's do... Because I've got Sakura here, let's do... Hamtaro. Let's do a Granblum. See if that works, see if we got a VHS or whether it's just a DVD. Looks like it's only DVD. Let's try just searching like old girly anime. Alright, let's see what we get here for that. We get Sailor Moon, Card Captor Sakura. Is that Utena? Yeah. I love the way I immediately get the anime feminist site recommending me Utena, which is the same, I believe it's the same writer that made the most recent Gundam series? Which is weird. Samurai X I could probably try and look for. Samurai X, Cowboy Bebop. Maybe, I've got the character here, but I can't freaking think of it. Inuyasha, that was it. Let's try Utena. Utena. VHS anime art. Oh god, so much anime art for that. Utena the movie. Let's try anime box. See whether I can get that. Get the spine, the back, and the front, and that'll be it. Oh Jesus, there's like a 6,000 by 4,000 image there in the Internet Archive. Proof says, Space Engineers... I like Space Engineers, says Proof. I'm kind of jinxed with this game every time I build something. Either the save file doesn't work, or because of an update, or my hard drive gets fragged. Oof! Skyguard says, doing fine, just playing some GBA 2 using the Hazan play. Oh, nice! Or Hazen play. Yeah, because I keep seeing these things on Twitter, even though I've not played GBO 2 in like 5 months or something. I keep seeing the updates on Twitter for which suits they drop. There's that moment where I'm trying to get the box art through Utena and it's just not happening. You'd think there'd be tons of it, but there really isn't. There's like the back, the front, no spine whatsoever. Sailor Moon, I found that stuff in like 2 seconds. Oh! Mandarake had, Nadesco there? Can always try that. See, normally, referencing images like this for textures is super easy, but apparently it's just being really picky today and is like, no. Let's try... let's see. Wolf says, as far as I am, I'm currently recovering right now. Due to a birthday project I was working on since last month, ended in a disaster. Oof. I would ask for a link to the Discord server, but my username is reflective of my current mental state right now, so I don't want to be troublesome to anyone. Dude, it's totally fine. You're not being trouble to, like, at least to me personally, you know. It's whatever. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm exactly of sound mind right now, but because I'm still working stuff out, but no, it's cool. It's understandable. I can send it if you want. Like, I'm not gonna force it or anything, or try and force it, but it's up to you, you know. Oh, I'd much rather you feel comfortable than me turn around and be like, oh, here's the link, there you go, you know. Join in, because you need to. It's like, no. DVD for Card Captor Sakura. Can we just find, like, the VHS box? Seriously? I'm, like, trying to look through here, and it's just like, come on. Don't want to overload you with anime titles, but Hellsing, Desert Punk, Gungrave, Vampire Hunter D, Transformers Cybertron, Witch Hunter Robin. The thing is, it's like I'm trying to get a mix of action and girly stuff, and at the moment I have a load of action and not so much girly stuff. So I need to kind of flip between them. There's one that's in Japanese for Sakura, but it's a Blu-ray as well. Fruit Basket. Yeah, that'd work. Is that a VHS spine? No, it's a DVD. Ah! Why does it do this to me? It's like, come on, I'm just trying to find VHS art, and it's just not happening. Let's try Sakura Wars. But why though, says John? It's mainly because, like, the impression I get from Alphys's collection from Undertale is it's a complete mess of, like, a mix of action and girly stuff from what she says, at least. So it's a bunch of, like, classic animes, but it's also a bunch of different, like, romance stuff and other little bits mixed in just to be all over the place. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting anyway, so I gotta, you know, at least make it a little bit of a mishmash for it to make sense, because it's not as if somebody's going to have specifically, like, all action or whatever. They're going to have a mix if all of this stuff is, like, thrown in the rubbish. You know, so it's where I've got, like, a single Pokemon video in there at the moment, which I might even put Pokemon the movie in there, just for the sake of it. The original one. There's one that, it's in Japanese, but I'll take it. Kill la Kill has girls, but I don't think you call it girlies as Sky. Kill la Kill was good. I still have the Figma for those. Jem, what did you say? It was Fruit Basket, right?
Fruit Basket, that might be VHS.
Fruit Basket, anime, VHS box. I just need one image that's pretty high res that gives me the spine, the front, and the back of it. If I can get that, I'll be happy. If I can't, I have to move on to the next one. God damn. Wait, what's that one? That one's weird, but no, it's 500 by Ground Defense Force of Misery. Wait, what? No, Ground Defense Force Mao-chan, Mermaid Forest. Wait, what? I don't even. Let's try Samurai X, because that was, it was kind of action, but Samurai X. Brigadoon, Marlin, and Melon. I've not seen that one. From what I've seen, it's a love story between a girl and an alien, made behind by the same people behind Gao Gaga and Better Man. Oh, okay. For the third and final time, Wedding Peach Doremi and Kamikaze Kaito. Okay, Proof, okay. I read it the last time, I was trying to get round to it. All these other ones are going past. I'm sorry. I'll look up those now, like, literally. Everything else is getting put to the side just because of this. Everything else is getting put to the side for the moment while I search up this stuff, because it's either that or Proof literally finds where I live and then comes round and rearranges my face with his fist. You know, Let's see. Yeah, I'd rather not have proof rearrange my face with this fist. That's one thing I won't enjoy, you know. It's like I'm not ignoring people. It's more just trying to keep up with everything while also swapping between Photoshop and chat and everything. Funny thing is, out of this entire collection of 72, I'm only up to 14, I think it is. Jeez. Let's get the other ones out of the way for the moment. Like, literally, I've got to... If I don't find any of these proof, you can't hold that on to me, though. I'm literally trying to find them, and I've not found any so far that have the exact same setup of being kind of high res with a box front, back, and side. Let's try... Go on, Amazon, let's... Oh no, that's low res. Let's try... eBay, volumes 1 to 5. Let's see if eBay has side shots, because normally kind of do. Oh, god damn it, they didn't. They have, like, DVDs. That's not what I wanted. Volume 1 on eBay, but it's in German, I believe? Wait, that's weird. That doesn't look like eBay. I click it, and it comes up with some weird, shady site. I'm just like, nope, nope. Again, it's same dodgy site. Yeah, I can't find that one for Wedding Peach. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's try Doremi. See if I can get that. Okay, so that's... Oh! That one? Dude, I might actually have one for that one. It's in Japanese, but... Oh, half of the back's cut off there! Dude, I'll take it. I'll take it. You're not going to be able to see the back of that anyway. I'll take it. I just need one so I don't end up in trouble. Random Sailor Moon one, Sailor Moon S, but it's back to front. That's... yeah. That's one I didn't think of. Some of Ghibli stuff. Let's try Studio Ghibli anime VHS box. Try Totoro, because Totoro is a good one. Totoro and Howl's Moving Castle, if I can get away with that. Oh, Totoro has one! And I got it. That took like 2 seconds. There we go. Classic says, the art, it's all you, Moody. They're hard to find. Did you try Dad's 3D models? No. This is more textures than anything else, Classic. There's this one called Sakura Quest. Okay, I'll try that one. I want Oreos, Dave says John. Oh boy. Let's try the last of proof stuff so I avoid problems. And then we'll move on because I've only found one out of those 3. Right, the last one that I'm searching here. VHS box. Here's where I end up, like, not finding anything for this one and just like, god damn it. So who's gonna, like, while we're on the subject of stuff that people were excited for before, especially because I'm interested, who's actually gonna be trying to join in the GBO2 PC test? Just to kind of get an idea of who I'll end up seeing. Because I figure what I'll do is, if I go to bed relatively early, I'll get up, do some stuff on the house, and then about midday I'll probably drop on it. Unless I go on really early. so it might be a couple of streams. Uh-oh, Proof sending me DMs. Does this work as a cover? No, Proof, it doesn't. Like, right. Okay, so for those who want reference, I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for in the animation section, because you can help out. So, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. I've put up the Ghibli one that I just found for Totoro. It has to be front, back, side, because you're going to see the spine of it, yeah? But the idea is that at some angles, you'll be able to see parts of the front and back. So I'm just trying to cover all my bases right now. If it doesn't have those, if it's not set up like that, I can't use it no matter what. Because otherwise you'll see bits of the, well, bits where I've tried to hide the textures at the side and it's not going to work. Which is why I'm being so picky with it so far, which is why, you know, certain ones I'm like, yeah, I can't find that, it's not happening. And it has to be decent resolution as well. If it's anything like under 500, then it's not going to work either. Preferably, it's going to be like 1,000 or whatever. I get 1,000's pretty safe for details. David says, I'm only going to join GBO 2 after work. It's cool, it's cool. I might see some of you guys on it anyway, you know. Be cool to do a 3D motorcycle platform animation one day, says Classic. I got it, but maybe not able to get on Steam. Oh yeah, for anybody that's not played GBO, little tip for you. If you want the easy road, just learn how to use bazooka and downswing. Or use the gun cannon or the gun tank. Because GBO 2 is notorious for being easy to kill people if you stun them. So if you have weapons that can stagger other players 99% of the time, you're going to win engagements. Just for being able to chain stagger people. If you choose anything like a bullpup or whatever, it takes longer to stagger. So, you know, anything like the bullpup assault rifle or whatever, it just takes longer in general. Don't... If you want an easy time on the first time on it, for those who aren't familiar with it, just learn how to use something that has stun or stagger. So it'll be stuff like the bazooka, you have to get direct hits to stagger somebody. And then you can use a beam saber or something to down him. And then it's the same with like the supports. The support class is normally pretty good to start off as, but that's like the gun cannon, the gun tank. Just use those to snipe people's legs out from underneath them, and you like 99% of engagements will be pretty easy for you. You know, because I hated Zook at the start. Hey Nova. Am I okay with you sending me a link to the Discord server, says Wolf? Yeah, by all means. Nova, I didn't even know you were going to come in here. I was just like randomly chilling. Not saying that I'm not with you coming in. You know. It's more just the whole thing if I didn't actually see you pop in. Otherwise, I would have said hi properly. There's the link. As for people who don't like Nova's attitude, seriously, I wouldn't judge Nova by his attitude. He's actually pretty chill. It's just, you know, you might get the wrong impression, so... I know that's definitely the case for some people, so... There we go, I'll remove the link there now, because Wolf's joined. No, go ahead, hate on me if you want, says Nova.
It makes him stronger.
It makes him stronger. No, it's the whole thing. I've noticed that. Like, I'm guilty of it as well. Like, when we were first hanging out with Nova, it's just like, yeah, guy seems to be, you know, like, getting a lot of hate here. And then next minute, it's like, no, he's cool. He's cool. I know, like, from like, people's reactions in the past, it's just like, oh, I don't like this type of attitude. It's like, well, you don't have to like it, but, no, he's not a bad guy. Yeah. Thanks, Moody, says Wolf. It's fine. It's fine. Nova has an attitude. I suppose that's what some people would say, you know. I thrive on hate. Then you get me in voice chat and you realize there's Nova. It's that whole deal with just being like, just having a laugh with people and then just chilling out in voice chat. You know. Do these textures for Bubblegum Crisis here. I need to put those on. Yeah, the whole reason I even bring up that stuff to begin with is because we've had that in the past where people have been like, I don't want to join in the Discord, I don't want to be in chat anymore because I'm just sick of like certain people's attitudes. And the funny thing is, no joke, it's always something related to Nova, so it's like, oh boy. You know. It's like I said, I think people get the wrong impression. Like, sure, there'll be some other stuff in the background, but I'm just saying, for the sake of it's like, I'm willing to give people a chance, so, you know, I'm not saying it's going to be the case for everybody, but by all means, it shouldn't be holding anything against people. It's, at the end of the day, it's all just a laugh. But that's just me saying that, so if there's anything else involved that's a little bit more personal, I don't know about that. I'm just trying to keep the peace, as it were, and have everybody chill out. And I don't even mean that as a bad thing for you, Nova. No. I need to get this box art lined up here. What I'm going to do is after the stream's over as well, I'll later on I'll post up exactly what I got done, as in like what boxes are on shelf and stuff at the moment, because that's going to be cool for people to see, especially if I manage to only get these shots in for like a second in the actual animation. Devizia says, no line was crossed as far as I'm concerned. That's the end of it. That's cool. That's cool. I'm not going to bring up any more of that. That's fine if you want, if that's what's happened, that's fine. Proof says, kind of surprising. Never thought Nova could accumulate hate. It's his thing. It's his thing. Oh crap. Best of luck on the animation, says Wolf. Thank you very much, Wolf. I'm working very hard on it. Like, there'll be times where I'll just stay up like all night working on different sections of it. And it's pretty nuts, but the best thing I like about it is being able to just like, at the end of the day, I'll be working on a segment and then I'll finish up and be like, okay, let's render this out, have a look at the render. And the render will look really good and the characters will look like really expressive. And that's when it makes me genuinely like really happy, because I'm just like, okay, this is what I expect. This looks pretty neat. I don't mind this. But the second best bit is actually showing it off to people who've played the game or whatever and actually know what the source material is. And then like they turn around and go, oh wow, this is really cool. You know, and then they don't say anything bad about it. They don't say like, oh, this could be like this or whatever. So it's like, okay, I must be hitting the requirements then for, you know, like expectations. Because that's the one thing that I get a bit freaky about, is like hitting everybody's expectations for how this stuff is supposed to look. Oh, VHS 15. Don't know what this label is. Let's grab it here. 15 is, oh, Bubblegum Crisis. Try 0.4. High heels when names is John. John, DMs later, by the way. I found the Holy Grail, says Damon. Nova says, the welcome to butter. As for player skill, high S- rating, so something is clearly working for me. If anyone wants to get better, I can give advice. That's fair, you know. Thanos, I don't even know who you are, says Nova. I found the Holy Grail. Yeah, I think I've read that one. Can't wait to see it. It's killing me so badly. I want to see it as classic. The thing is, it's like, I don't want to go showing off, like, every single section of the animation. So I'm having to, like, with the small stuff at the moment, like the True Lab, the mini-series, I'm showing off little bits, but I'm leaving out massive chunks. And I'm deliberately putting, like, test versions up so you don't get to see the final bit. So there's a lot that I'm missing out. For the True Lab bit, literally at the end, I'm probably going to only post a little bit more, and then the rest is going to be more closed off, you know, so people don't get to see too much outside of, like, screenshots and things. So if you're not already lurking, like, the animation project bit in Discord, you might want to lurk that. Yeah, I've got the Sailor Moon R. What's that? Una Returns. Actually, that one looks good. I'll pick that one out. Oh no! Dude! You didn't! Is that a DVD? That last one! I don't think I can put that one up, Damon. I really don't. Oh my god. That was...
What did he just put?
He put up the Time Man in original. I don't think I could get away with that. That would so not work. Like, even if it is in Japanese, I honestly don't believe you found that. The only way it could be any worse is if it was Prison Battleship. And the only reason is because I've told that story like 1,000,000 times on stream about how I went out with one of my friends ages ago who does, like, artwork. And we went to a nearby store. We were walking around, like, all day looking at anime and stuff. And at the end of the day, we're just about to leave. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to get this random DVD. He picks it up. And it's Prison Battleship. And I remember being like, hey, dude, let me have a look at the cover. Because at the time, I'd not seen anything like it in terms of artwork. And admittedly, the artwork for, like, Time Annin and Prison Battleship is really good. And I'm not just doing that for the sake of being like, oh, yeah, it's really good. And wink, wink. Like, genuinely, the artwork is different compared to any other anime that you'd see at the time, like Gundam Wing or whatever. So, he picks up this stuff, and he takes it to the counter and buys it. And I don't think anything of it. And then we're gonna get on the transport to get home at the end of the day. And sure enough, I'm like, dude, can I just, like, check out what you've got? Because he also got Play Arts Kai of Advent Children Cloud at the time. This is really dating it back to, like, 2004, 2005. And I'm like, come on, let's show me what you got. So I'm looking through all this stuff. And then he pulls out this DVD, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you getting that. Can I have a look at the bags? Because I want to see what it's about, because it looked pretty cool. And I pull this thing, and I'm reading the back of it, and sure enough, I'm looking at the, like, all the details for it as well. You know, in terms of, like, the rating and everything else. And I'm like, dude, I think you just bought a hentai. And he's like, you what? I'm like, yeah, I honestly think you just bought a hentai. And he's like, oh, I didn't even notice. I was just looking at the cover art. And I was like, you what? So I was laughing my head off for ages at it. And then, like, years later, I asked him about it again. And I was like, oh, dude, do you remember this? Because I found it pretty funny. I just started playing the game on Steam, you know, that's not a hentai version of it, but I think it's done by the same artists. And he's like, oh, yeah, I didn't get that as a mistake. I actually got it deliberately. I knew what it was. I was just pranking you. And I'm like, dude, what? So, I don't know whether to believe him or not on that one, primarily because he has been known to change his stories before and tell a couple of lies, as it were, not like harmful ones, but he's deliberately sort of changed his story on occasion just to get a laugh, or just, you know, to change if he feels like he's in trouble or whatever. So I'm like, and now I'm torn between, was it real? Did he really believe that, you know, he didn't know what it was? Or was it a whole prank this entire time? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. But yeah, so funny. Galaxy Fraulein Una. Ooh, I'll have a look at that. Oh no, wait. Wolf's already commented on that. A true G. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, like I said, I don't know whether he was properly, like, lying or not, but the thing is, like, to give context to one of the other things he's done, I've mentioned it on another stream, but basically, it was, like, ages ago, we were all doing, like, multimedia studies together, and he goes ahead one time and says, oh, I think I can make something that's really convincing for, you know, like, Photoshop. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, oh, I got this project I'm working on. I'll show you tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he comes in the next day, and the next day he literally has what looks like what's that on? I'm just having a look at this VHS box I've done here. I swear I've missed out on one. He comes in with what looks like a full-blown receipt for, like, a video game store, but the receipt has something wrong with it, and what's wrong with it is literally it says, like, he's getting 9,000 British pounds back, you know, for a purchase that he'd made. And I'm like, dude, what the hell is this? And he's like, oh, it's just, you know, it's something that I'm going to try and trade in today. And I'm like, what? So I have a look at the paper and everything that it's printed on, and there's something wrong about it. There's just something that's off, and I'm like, dude, seriously, what is this? You could get in trouble. And he's like, oh, so anyway, I photoshopped this thing, and I think it's pretty convincing. And I'm like, dude, do me a favor, whatever you do not use that in a store, because you might get arrested for that. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, no, seriously, promise me. And he's like, okay, I promise you I won't use this in the store. And then later on he comes back and goes, yeah, so anyway, I've been banned from the store because I tried using it, and they told me literally to just get out, otherwise they called the police. And I was like, are you kidding me? You promised me you wouldn't do that? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry about that. So, it was frustrating, because, like, this is the same guy, I've mentioned him before. He's the guy that I really do enjoy his company and everything, but he's very troubled. He's the same guy that I mentioned in, like, the Halo 2 stream that suffers from depression. No, so he was going through a lot of crazy stuff at the time. I described at one point, basically, the docs had him on, like, every antidepressant. He was more or less like a test subject for them, in terms of them being like, oh, okay, so we got this new med in this week, we're going to test this on you, and he'd have, like, all these crazy reactions to it. But yeah, I don't know whether it was the meds or what, but I could have stopped that, and all because I didn't go out that morning. You know, he does something stupid, and I'm just like, dude, really? Come on. You know, so I got upset at him for that. No, he's not dodgy. He's not dodgy. He's not dodgy. Like, no offense to him or anything, I really don't mean anything like that to him. It's more the whole thing of when you're on all kinds of drugs, it makes you go really loopy in the head, you know? No, Damon, you don't have to feel bad. It was just your initial reaction because of me not explaining everything fully. No, it's just, if anyone that's been on, like, antidepressants or suffers from depression, you'll know that it makes your head go really whack, even when you don't want it to. You know, so you'll be thinking all kinds of stuff, and sometimes you won't know what's right from wrong, depending on what kind of situation you're in. Or headspace, sorry. And so I reckon it was just one of those times where he's just in a crazy headspace, and he's just got this idea and gone, you know what, I'm going to do that because I feel like it, you know, and what could go wrong, you know, and the next minute it's like, yeah, a lot of stuff could go wrong, and then he realizes later on, and he's just like, god damn it, you know. So, it was whack that, but like I was saying, it's the same guy that said that he didn't realize about Taiman being, you know, a hentai. The same guy that had that type of situation, so that's kind of an example of you can never quite understand what's going on with somebody in that kind of headspace, and you just have to be careful, you know, and just say to them, like, dude, just take a break, what are you actually doing, you know? 7 hours before GBO2. Who? I'm not going to mention who it is, because I still know the guy. I don't hate him or anything, he's really cool and stuff. So I'm not gonna mention who it is. You guys won't know anyway, so But it's just I'm not gonna give out like real names or anything just for the sake of it. Someone outside of Discord, yeah. Basically like Stu and Sean, somebody outside of Discord. So Jen. Yeah, I'm not doing the Time Man in VHS, so what do you want, Jen? No, I'm not putting Legend of the Overfiend in here. The funny thing is, I saw that in somebody's collection before, and what was it, Sinister City? Or something else, or is that the same thing? I can't remember. I was just like, no, I'm not doing that.
There's like 5 or 6 in the series now, and that was like
Jesus.
the most innocent looking box unless you read that.
Yeah, just... You didn't read the back? Of course you didn't.
14-year-old Jen didn't read the back and knew the shop was going to sell her. He was going to get
14-year-old Jen got a massive shocker, probably. What's this? It's an anime. It's gotta be good, right? No anime is bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this?
Yeah, I remember after I watched it, I definitely wanted it.
We've also had those kind of whack duels, so I was wondering if it was current drama. No. Now for round 2, who is it? No, I'm not going to tell you guys. Is it Prince Harry? Oh boy. That kind of stuff recently I'm not going to get into, but oh boy. That stuff's been pretty funny if you're not particularly keen on the royals or Harry in general. Not going to go any further than that, because it's politics, and you know what I'm like about politics. But that's just my stance on it. I find that entire situation hilarious. Just from an outsider's perspective. Just because of how much of a mess it is. So out of these 72 textures I need to make at the moment, I'm up to the 18th. The moment the one that I'm doing is Ghost in the Shell, because I figure you can't have an anime collection without one version of Ghost in the Shell. And the reason I say that is because I own, I think it's 3 different versions on DVD. Rudy likes politics. No, I don't, Damon. You know I don't. John says, was it sticky? Proof says, well, it's not politics, since he isn't one. Nor is he a prince. Yeah, he's not a prince anymore.
You know what he is? Someone that needs to shut up.
I'm not going there, Jen.
I'm just saying, everyone thinks that. Politics or not.
Politics or not, everyone thinks Harry should just shut up. No comment. But yeah, I think it's one of those things where he thinks he should still be treated like that, even though he clearly isn't. I think that's the one thing everybody has problems with him about. God damn it, Jen.
He wants pity, but in his book, how he tries to get pity is like, oh, my family abandoned me with like 3 houses and just 100 million in the bank. It's like, you are living in La La Land. So shut up and go back to La La Land.
He might become the British Trump. No.
Clown. Just a clown.
Not gonna talk about it. Proceed to talk about it, says David. Jen brought it up in the background.
I'm sorry, it was just a thing I just heard from the excerpt of his book and it just blew my
No, Jen. No, Jen. No more.
That's all
No
I'm
more.
gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. My game's starting now.
Right, so I've done so far on these textures. I've done half a shelf's worth. Jeez. I'm still gonna need a lot of textures. Oh no. So, I've got a bunch I can get here. Let's see if I've missed any that people... Ember! Are you still in here? Jen took over your stream in the background, says Classic. Indeed she did. Let's see if Ember's in here, or has it on in the background, because I can ask Ember for advice. Ember, do you know any old anime that are aimed primarily at like girls or whatever, that isn't like Sailor Moon or Cardcaptor Sakura? I'm only saying this because I'm trying to create like... The best way to describe it is the Undertale section of animation that I'm doing requires me to have a load of like old anime VHSs, and I'm trying to think of like a mix of like popular ones, like action ones, but then also girly ones as well. Wait, is Ember female? Damon says. Yeah, if I remember rightly, Ember's female. Are there any old BL anime? That's actually a good point. I don't actually know. Let me try Yu Yu Hakusho first, because... Weirdly enough, I'd say 5-star stories. Okay, let's try that one. 5-star stories. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. I just didn't know what the name was for it. Probably I've seen like GIFs of it all over the place. Ah, there's Cowboy Bebop as well. Star Wars? What? I can't find the full VHS cover for 5-star stories. It has some really good animation though. I remember seeing tons of it. I'm gonna try Escaflowne again in a little bit. Let's try Escaflowne. Star Wars is David. Yeah, it came up randomly. So Escaflowne has one. The problem is that the texture for it is slightly warped, but I might be able to get away with it. I'll try it. Because I really wanted Escaflowne in here, just because of the sake of it. Because it is kind of a... The best way I can describe it, I consider it to be more of a... It's a mecha anime, but it's definitely got more of a girly sort of appeal to it. That's not bad though, because my god, the OST makes up for it, plus all the action. Like, I know some people are probably going to disagree with me on that, and that's fine. I get that feeling with the main character that it's more female-oriented. But it's cool. God damn it, John. I got a list. Says classic Street Fighter, Tokusatsu, Hajime Ippo. Oh, Nadesco, yeah. Bubblegum Crisis, yes. I've already done Bubblegum Crisis. Let's try. I wonder if Nadesco is gonna have a VHS, because I imagine it's probably gonna be a DVD. It's, oh my god, does it? Oh my god, it has one? I didn't realize it. Seriously, I thought it was just gonna be DVDs. Oh, there we go. The Dark Prince. Oh, sorry, the Prince of Darkness has a VHS, and oh yes, yes, it's 1,000 pixels big, so I can use that one. Gotta have that. Agent Icus is proof, dude. I can maybe get away with that one. I'll give you that one. I can get away with it a little bit, I think. It's not like Time Manning totally, so. Is where Damon comes in and goes, excuse me. Wolf says, by the way, Moody, you bringing up how not talking about politics is reminding that maybe I should apply to that rule for my stream goals and to-do list. It's like I've said before, I try and keep everything off politics, because, like, I enjoy talking to everybody just for the sake of sharing, you know, likes and dislikes, and just genuinely having a fun time talking to people without any hassle. By including politics in things, it's kind of almost like I'm forcing my view on somebody. You know, like, for instance, if I don't agree with any one of you guys in here on politics, then automatically that kind of creates a rift between us that I don't want. You know, so I find it much better to just leave politics out of the way, because not only is it less stressful, but it doesn't cause any rifts between people. You know, so you can genuinely just chill out. So yeah, that's my whole reason for it. Mainly because I used to know somebody, like, there was a really good friend ages ago, and we ended up talking politics ages ago, and he didn't agree with my opinion, and I was like, dude, just, you know, you should really sort of look around and invest time, like, look at all the details to do with what the specific situation was that required us talking about stuff. And I'm just like, dude, just do what I do, have a look around, look at what everybody's saying, and then make a reasonable judgment call on what you think is actually happening and what's going on before deciding on, you know, like, who you want to stand with politics-wise. And I said that, and then the next thing I know, just that particular friend and everybody related to them just literally gutted me more or less online in terms of being like, oh, I hate this guy, he sucks, whatever. And then before I even know it, it's just like, oh, we're not friends anymore, and didn't talk to me after that. You know, didn't even bother, like, telling me what I'd done wrong or, you know, whatever else. They just turned around and went, yeah, we're just disowning you as friends. And I'd known these people since basically about, I'm gonna say about probably 15 years ago. So I was like, dude, that hurts, man. That hurts. So yeah, it's stuff like that I don't like. I just find it really stupid how people can basically judge friendships on political, you know, opinion. It's the most stupid thing I have ever seen. You know. Let's see. David says, no, it's cool. Time running is too obvious. It's like Prison Battleship. It's too obvious. Yeah, but I imagine other people have kind of had the same situation as me, where it's like, you talk to somebody, you think you're all cool and everything, and then next moment, just one little thing that you mention, where somebody brings up a topic that you think, okay, maybe I can talk about this, you know, I feel like it's okay to talk about it. You bring up your angle, and they don't agree with you, and immediately you just get gutted. You know, and by gutted, I mean they just throw everything at you. They're just like, I hate you, I hate everything about you, you know, you're terrible. If this is what your opinion is, then I hate your opinion, like, I hate you completely. You know, it's not called for. I see a lot of it, you know, from, like, I see it a lot more recently with people becoming a bit more extreme with politics and stuff. And I like taking more of a chill approach to everything nowadays anyway. So it's just like, dude, if that's how it's going to be, then, you know, just don't mention anything. I don't get why everybody has to get super into politics and has to get, you know, like, super wound up by them or, you know, like, super into them. It's like, yeah, I understand there's passion behind it. But at the same time, there's passion, and then there's literally just being a dick for the sake of it, and then saying, oh yeah, it's okay because it's my political opinion. You know, it's like, no. That doesn't give you any excuses. No. That's asking too much from people, says Ember. My family did that to me right before my mum died, says Damon. Oof. If they judge a friendship on politics, then those aren't real friends. Yeah, like, the thing is, it's like, normally I'm pretty open to other people's opinions, and it's not like I try and force mine on anybody else. I just kind of like to at least highlight the way that I'm thinking if I can clearly, so that people understand where I'm coming from. Because, you know, I have a lot of misunderstandings with people based on what I say. Where I'll say something, it'll sound terrible or blunt, and then I'll have to rethink it later on because I didn't mean something and I've just, like, said it off the top of my head or whatever. You know, it's stupid, but it's one of those things because I like being chill. I don't think people should be judged on political opinion or whatever. If you're doing that, then I think you're going about friendships the wrong way, you know. It's like you should be able to talk to somebody and have a friendship connection with them. If you're really friends, no matter what their opinion is, you know. Like, for instance, give me a sec. I'm just going to type in this material name. That one is... Like, for instance, I've mentioned this before on stream, but, like, me and Sean don't agree on the same political opinions. I'm not going to mention what they are, but we both don't agree with each other on some of our political opinions. But that doesn't mean we're at each other's throats all the time, you know, about it. If anything, I'm more accepting of his opinions, and I'm more open to changing mine based on, you know, stuff that he says. And the other way around, we both like being able to argue our points and then sort of come to a middle ground on things. You know, I like that because that's how a relationship should be in terms of, like, either with your friends or with, you know, any person, like a significant other or whatever. Like, for instance, you know, the whole thing about, like, with me and Jen don't agree with stuff all the time, but at least we can meet on a middle ground and talk things out like adults, whereas most people we've talked to about our relationships turn around and go, you can't have a relationship without fighting. You know, it's like, dude, what the hell kind of a relationship are you having then, you know? We've not had any proper fights in our entire relationship, and if we have, it's all been really stupid ones where we just basically have a joke at each other and that's it. There's nothing more than that. There's no, like, big fights, there's no screaming, no shouting, no throwing things. No, it's not how you react if you want to be seen as, like, a decent person that isn't a complete loon. Or at least that's what I think personally. Sure, somebody might take that as a really bad comment by me, but genuinely, like, any reasonable person doesn't have to shout at somebody to get the point across. You know, you can be an adult by actually just talking to somebody and listening to them. You know, but I think a lot of people have lost that kind of, you know, approach nowadays, and just everybody's busy shouting at each other. Depends how empathetic they are, says Mecca. I've gotten used to it, says Ember. It's easier to weed out the weirdos, especially on MMOs, than you notice it's most of everyone you play with. Jeez. Not smart people really get hardcore with stuff like that, bro. It's not that serious. The door is that way, says Mecca. Wolf says, I feel like social media websites have amplified that type of attitude. Yeah, definitely. It feels like everybody kind of ends up in their own little bubble, and because they don't like going outside of that, or because they don't feel comfortable, like, listening to anybody else, they just get in this own little bubble where it's just them all talking about the same thing, and it just perpetuates this really sort of enclosed sort of conversation where either everything's hated or, you know, you never get a difference in opinion. And if you don't have a difference in opinion, then you never know properly what's right or what's wrong. You know, there's no way of formulating a proper, I'd say, middle ground opinion on anything. There's no sort of going, okay, I can see where you were going with that, but what about this? You know, instead it's just everybody shouting at each other for the sake of it. I don't like it. Mecca says it always turns into a heated argument with morons. Oh, definitely. Nah, IMO, says Damon. I think people are always like that. It's just social media lets people say it without consequence. People definitely like saying stuff from behind the keyboard because they know there's no repercussions, or hardly any. Unless you're in a country where that kind of thing does actually have repercussions. Like Canada or the UK. And that was a joke, by the way. Let's see here. Let's see what everybody else is saying. I'm just trying to get the last bit of this texture, because I put Dirty Purr on here for an anime, because I found the VHS for it. Let's see. Classic says, dang, I have so much art stuff that I have to do some cleaning in the studio right now. Found some Copic markers. Oh, nice. There are a few dried up. Ooh. Emma says, is it about thin or thick cut pepperoni on pizza being better? Oh, God. Let's see. Mecha says, he's chill enough to shrug and continue teabagging you in Halo. It's not my fault, you know, people just sometimes aren't that good at Halo. Wolf says, Damon, I honestly agree. Humanity has always had these faults. Social media just makes it more obvious. I think the thing is with social media, again, it's just, people think they're untouchable, you know, until they're not. Or until somebody disagrees with them and then they get flamed or whatever, you know. Because that kind of thing happens. Let's save that. VHS 20, so I've got another 52 textures to do. Fun times. Let's see. Damon says, I mean, it's a really double-edged sword. I can say some really stupid troll stuff. I have to, because of YouTube, I obviously have to not say that properly. But some can others to me. That's copium, Dave. They're just trying to justify staying in their relationship. Next week, Dave found stabbed with a churse as proof. Wait, what? I used to get hurt, especially after my mum died, but I'm trying to see it truly as it is, pointless. Frankly, I feel some things don't even need to be politicized as Devasia. Definitely. Mecha says, whatever, politicize whatever you want. No. It just makes those things easier to point fingers at and make enemies. Definitely, I'm in agreement with you there, Devasia. Echo Chambers has a hive mind effect. Definitely. Yeah, no one should ever support Federation policies. Everyone knows that Zeke's or Xeon is just the only just party. Everything else is propaganda, says Nova. Just go outside and scream into the clouds. Come back once you get it all out your system. They just get too used to standing on their own soapbox and don't ever want to step off. Definitely, it's like online stuff feels like, especially with certain people, they get the soapbox, they get like the 2 seconds of fame or whatever, and then they don't want to come down again. You know, so then they just keep shouting the same stuff and it gets annoying and gets really stupid. And then it's just like, dude, this is blown way out of proportions, you know. Let's see. For our blue and pure world, Nova says Mecha. Jeez. Lots of Gundam references now. This anime collection at the moment, or this VHS collection, is so all over the place, but I don't mind. It's what it's supposed to be. David says, I mean, you should be untouchable. Our country arresting you because you got under somebody's skin. Nice way of wording that, Dave. Couldn't have done it better myself. I have to be careful with it, you know. The thing is, it's like, I'm all for people joking and everything within, you know, obvious ways of joking. I've said this before, but, like, I don't believe there should be any hard limitations to jokes. This might be me wording this wrong, by the way. I might have to reaffirm this or rather rephrase this later on. But let's put it this way, right? A lot of jokes that were done in, like, the old days now, from, like, Faulty Towers or whatever, or even Monty Python, I wouldn't consider stuff being done nowadays because they could offend people. Honestly, I'm of the opinion that that stuff should be okay, you know, anything around that type of thing, because some people just seem overly sensitive, and that's, you know, that kind of can sound bad for me to say, but I just think that, like, some of these jokes are just jokes based on, like, stereotyping or whatever else, or in some cases, it's, like, the best way to diffuse a situation or to point out how stupid a situation is, or an ideology, or whatever else, is to make fun of it. You know, so the best way you can go about doing that is, say, doing a comedy sketch or whatever, totally diffusing it or taking the absolute mick out of it. You know, like, for instance, the whole deal with, like, Germany and the Nazis. Best way to diffuse how lethal, you know, everybody thinks the Nazis are is literally just by making fun of them the entire time. No, that's the best example that I can give at the moment off the top of my head. Again, this is all coming out, like, incredibly quickly and bluntly, so I don't know whether what I'm actually saying is going to be offensive to somebody or not. It's just, generally, I don't think that opinion is too offensive in terms of, like, diffusing something by literally making it seem totally stupid. No. I feel like that's the best way to treat anything like that. And if that makes me a bad person, then clearly I must be a bad person. You know, because I'm down with, like, Monty Python and everything. Bingo was that thing? Wait, what, John? Got some more for you on your Discord, says Damon. A VHS tape that it makes sense for Undertale having all of the Shreks. Got some more for you on your Discord, Dave. Let's have a look. Crashes out of the outhouse. Donkey, says Wolf. I keep forgetting that Twitch chat and YouTube chat don't function the same. Indeed, yeah. I mean, like, in Faulty Towers, that was kind of the point of the joke, says Devasia. Indeed, yeah, you know. The Mel Brooks approach, yeah, definitely is the best way to approach any situation, I feel. You know, in terms of diffusing stuff. Because what's better than, you know, taking on a serious subject than completely demolishing it with comedy? You know, that's the easiest way to look at something and just be like, wow, this really is stupid. You know, easiest way to completely demolish anything that is perpetuating something that you would consider to be either nasty or completely stupid or full of hatred. You know, you guys can probably think of plenty of those things in chat. I'm not going to mention them, but, you know, it just makes sense as a harmless way of completely diffusing that kind of stuff. Trying to find Trigun box art here is an absolute pain because most of it has camera flashes on it. Somebody that's taken the photo here is just like, so anyway, I'm going to use the flash. God damn it. Because I'm like, oh yeah, Trigun's pretty good. Let's get that on here. It's just, nope. Let's see what Damon's posted. Already got Transformers the movie in here. Oh, Metropolis. I'll take the Metropolis DVD. Ninja Scroll, got that one. Gunbuster! Oh yes, I'm having Gunbuster. That'll be good. Nice one, Damon. Dave wants to just prance around singing Springtime for Hitler, says Nova. Oh. Gonna send a funny Gundam pic to you on Discord if that's okay, says Classic. Yeah, it's fine. Dave's a bad person, confirmed. Clip it, says David. God damn it.
You want the best example of how to do it right? Hello. Okay.
Oh, hello. The French comedy.
Yeah, basically, during World War II, every type of all the nations that are shown in it are all taking the nick out of, but also they do well at keeping it sort of realistic. Because like the Germans are just German soldiers.
The Germans in Hello are hilarious.
And then you have the Gestapo, which is just you can't help but laugh at them.
I think it's funny because I really do stand by that whole thing of old British humor, but like as I was saying, I know some people will find it like completely offensive nowadays. I'll be like, oh dude, this is terrible, you know. It's like, it's not meant to be. You're overthinking this, you know. I find that that's a problem that a lot of people do, myself included, where there's a situation that's not as bad as it sounds like, or maybe it's not as bad as it is, but people overthink things. And, you know, it's weird of me to say this, because it's not necessarily a bad thing, it depends on what headspace somebody's in. It's just, overthinking can obviously lead to easy problems. And, you know, I'm guilty of it a lot, of overthinking things and just being sat there and the next moment I'm causing problems because I've put way too much thought into something and it's clearly not the case, you know, in terms of the situation. For that kind of thing, I think it's more reflective of a person's mental state and the fact that, you know, you need to sometimes approach things a little bit more carefully, you know. Like, I had one of those situations recently with people not on Discord, where I had a misunderstanding based on that kind of thing, where I'd said something. Again, it was something that was meant differently, but because of the way I put it, it came out wrong, and then it caused somebody to overthink things for, like, an entire evening and get really panicky and stuff. And I was just like, God damn it, you know, because it's a mix of me saying something wrong and then them overthinking. But if they can't help it, then it's not their fault. It's more me for wording it wrong. It's awkward. It's an awkward situation to be in either way, but I feel sorry for the people that have that kind of problem, myself included. Because you can't help it. You can't help it sometimes. You just got to deal with it and try and relax after a while. Which can be hard when you're overthinking everything. Let's have a look. I like how Jen can steal control of your mouth, says Ember. I don't care how lewd that sounds. Wow, thanks, Ember. Damon says, Brits are a bunch of babies now anyway. Most of us can't handle dry humor anymore. It's nuts. Chinese whispers triggered me for hours. Made me quit general chat. What, in our Discord, Damon, or what? By the way, I'm not having to go at anybody when I mentioned, the whole thing about overthinking. It's more just again, it's like I was saying, I've had a lot of thought put into that the past couple of days with just having a problem myself. And it's just like, yeah, I gotta bring it up just for the sake of mention. Like, sometimes everybody involved just needs to chill out and realize it's not as crazy as what's actually happening. It's easier said than done with those types of situations. Oh, in the community Discord. Yeah, that's understandable. The funny thing is, I've noticed over the years on how most of the people that I end up hanging around with have, and this is going to sound crazy or at least nasty until I properly get round to say what I mean about this. It's the whole thing of, most people that I hang around with have some sort of mental problems, and I don't know whether that's just because I have those problems myself, so I don't know whether it's because I just genuinely attract that crowd or what. But either way, it's like, being familiar with that kind of stuff, I don't mind hanging out with people that have the same problems and be like, dude, you just need to take a step back, when I have issues or whatever. It's just a case of getting those types of people to understand that, not everything's super serious all the time. You don't have to really worry too much. People are very ingrained, I've noticed, in past traumas and stuff that they suffer from. And I do like helping people with those issues. It's just a case of being able to listen to people and potentially rewording sometimes. Dave's renaming his Discord server to the Asylum. You attract the crazies, Dave. No, you guys know what I mean, though. Robot Owl says, can't wait for GBO 2 on PC tomorrow. I know, right? It's like, I definitely felt it, like, it started off, my whole thing with hanging around crazy people, and trying to help out. It all started off with the guy that I keep referencing from the Halo 2 video, where I mentioned he was suffering from depression and needed the help. And I was like, yeah, I can help out. And I don't know why. I think it was mainly because I related a little bit to his situation that he was in. It was just like, dude, I've been through this. I know how hard it is. Let's try and work things out. Maybe I can help. And since then, it's just kind of spiraled out where I keep finding people like that, and immediately I'm just like, you know what? I can kind of relate here. Let's chill. So I don't know. I don't. It's not that I dislike hanging out with people like that, because I really do enjoy hanging out with people. I just find that sometimes I have to be careful of how I'm wording things, because I mean well, but like, other people obviously with different issues will take things the wrong way. I find that it's good to be able to just like sit back and just listen to people as part of it, though. Because just listening to somebody can sometimes help. So it's like the minimum requirement for hanging out with somebody that has issues, is just listening to them and being considerate of what they've been through. Which I think some people, they just kind of turn around and go, oh, I've got no time for this. It's like, dude, I got plenty of time. I got all the time in the world. I'm going to restart this music. Oh, where's the chat? There we go. I mean, it's a server for playing GBO 2, but it's always been like the loony bin, says Mecca. That and AC6 is making this year feel like a fever dream. Indeed. I can't believe that AC6 is happening. AC6 will be the game of all time. I'm not gonna hold any promises for AC6 being like the end all of mecha games. But I'm excited for it. I've always said that despite one side of me being a bit salty about AC, it's more aimed at, or was aimed at the community. I've kind of got over that, as it were, now. It's more just the whole thing of, like, AC on its own, yeah, it's a fun game, but when I look back on it, even though it is special for being the mech customization game, like one of the first ones, if not the first, it's like I find that as I play more of it, it's gotten a lot easier. You know, to the point where people say like, oh, this entry is hard, you know, they'll give their examples, and honestly, the only thing that I'm finding hard at this point is Last Raven. You know, outside of a couple of fights in, say, like, For Answer. You know. But yeah, AC6, excited about, obviously, as I said before, just cautiously optimistic because of us not having an AC game in ages, and if it doesn't do well, it will be the last AC game, probably. Let's see. New Armored Core fans versus the old Armored Core fans is Mecca. Game of the Year comments are pretty premature, says Damon. Definitely. By the way, John, you alright there in the background? Nova says, arguably there are far more worse GBO2 servers for nut jobs. Dave's is comparatively tame, says Nova. Thank you very much, Nova. That's nice to hear, you know. I wouldn't say I like my server being a safe space for people, but, you know, I just like offering a place where people can feel at least a little bit relaxed and chill. Oh. Let's see, what have I done here? VHS 22. Just hope John replies now. Skepticism is good. AC6 has a generational divide with how it's handled speed. Yep, because it'll now be 5. It'll be classic fans versus 5 fans versus AC6 fans now. And I can tell you that because classic fans will have come back and have wanted something similar to everything that's come before. Up to probably about For Answer. And then AC5 fans will just want everything to be like AC5 more or less again. So it's really awkward. Did you look at your Discord lobby yet? It says classic. I need to have a look at that. Oh, dude. So wait a minute. Let's have a look at this collection. Hope I'm not like got chat in the background here. It's popped out all weird. So you've got an is that SD gun cannon? SD gun tank, by the looks of it. That looks like maybe a high-grade High-Nu Gundam. Then you've got... what's that? Goku Super Saiyan God Blue? Then you've got the... oh, you've got the Death Sight variant, the one that I like. That I've still got to make. And then a tiny mech. Nice collection. We'll leave the safe spacing to you, says Mecca. Let's see here. Dead Space is looking worse and worse, says Damon. I am being heavily optimistic about Dead Space. Like, I want it to be good, but all these minor changes they're making and then claiming that they're accurate, especially because I'm a really big Dead Space fan, it's got me worried. Like, I've mentioned before, Sean got me into Dead Space, and yeah, even Sean's worried about it. He's like, dude, I don't know about this. So his approach is literally going to be, and I quote, I'm going to play it, but if it's crap, I'm just going to give it back and get my money back straight away. And I was like, dude, okay? Oh, so yeah. Oh, I can't use the Escaflowne box art there. Let's try again. Let's see. I'll post it on Discord later on, but there's also another game coming out that I'm looking forward to, if it's okay for me to share. Yeah, sure. I've got a load of, like, indie stuff that I actually need to post in the indie section that I'm looking forward to. Ember says, I can't get excited for new games much. I largely want some content updates for what I already got. AC6 I can be excited for, but not for remakes or remasters or things that I've already played. Especially rampant revisionism. Yeah, I don't like revisionism. Like, that's what has me worried about Dead Space, and especially Resident Evil 4. Like, I just... Ooh. What does everybody think about that Resi 4 remake? Because I've been hearing news, like, leaks from it, with people saying, yeah, it's bad because it's nothing like the original. It's got me so worried. Especially because RE3 remake wasn't that good either. You know? It's really got me worried right now. They did a test without the merchant.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Classic says, I got 85 kits from Bandai Namco from a third-party retailer and need to build them. Damon says, I'll probably be flaming the game for years. More evidence that modern remakes are dog-awful, even though Destroy All Humans was really good. I think it depends, like, I've mentioned it in chat before, if they respect the source material, which is really rare nowadays, but if they respect the source material, you can get a really nice remake, you know, of something that's up-to-date, that is just, you know, good. But it seems to be becoming rarer and rarer with people turning around and being like, oh, I'm a big fan, you know, I played the original, it was the best thing ever, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these little changes, and it's like, are they really needed? You know, what's the big deal? It makes no sense. Some of these make no sense, and then next moment you get, like, negative reception. Like, despite the changes that Dead Space has made, hopefully it won't be too bad. But then again, I have been keeping myself away from major spoilers, so maybe I should look into it a little bit more. I don't know. Trying to find some more stuff here for anime boxes. Tried finding Cowboy Bebop and I can't find anything from that. Which is awkward, because I wanted something to use. Or Samurai X. Samurai X is also known as Ryoden Kenshin, so maybe I search for that. DVD box. Oh, there's a VHS box. But it's got the... I hate it when it has the lens flare on the image. I can't use that. Let's see. Chat's posted stuff again. Shape of Theseus problems I was worried about with RE4. At some point, it's not what it's remaking anymore, though it looks funny in VR. Mecha says, Christ trying to outdo Ion in Gundam Backlog, says Mecha. Dude, I think I'm already kind of past Ion with Backlog. I know that's only a joke or whatever, but I'm not going to mention that anymore, because, yeah, I think Ion's still angry at me for last night. I don't want to anger him anymore. For making jokes and then him seemingly taking him the wrong way. I don't know. It's hard to figure out when you're talking with just text. They go onto Twitter and call these fans morons. I've heard RE4 is annoying people, though I never really grew up with the game, so I don't know the frame of reference. That being said, I keeping it as close as possible makes sense. Yeah, it depends on what they've changed with RE4, because, like, I feel like RE4 is going to be one of those things where you'd hope that they wouldn't change too much, primarily because of how popular it was. You know, if you've not grown up with it, it'll be hard to really say, but, like, it came out at just the right time, roughly around the same time as the first Resi movie, and takes influence from it a little bit. You know, and it's weird, like, the change of tone went more action-based, but I think everybody likes it for just, like, its cheesy sort of atmosphere that it has, while also being a pretty good action game. And actually staying a little bit scary is the best way of putting it compared to some of the other entries. Let's try some of this stuff here. I gotta do some more of these VHSs. I found some more stuff that I can use here, so far I'm gonna be up to, like, what, 23 or something? Okay. Let's see. Wolf says the game is Frame Maker as a platform fighter. It's also a game maker for platform fighter, like made by the same people behind Super Smash Flash series. It's going to leave the alpha state and go into early access 2 days from now. Ooh, interesting. I think with the changes so far with Dead Spaces, I know of at least, an inch has already been given, so how far will they take it? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Emma says, also, my solution for the model kit backlog, switch mecha loyalties to Battletech, give away everything but a single Zaku too. See, like, my whole backlog of stuff, that kind of stuff, just literally comes from the fact that I've not really had that much time to do stuff because I've been all over the place trying to get the house ready and do the animation and stuff. So, eventually, I will find the time to make a load of kits, but, like, no joke when I say I have not made anything kit-wise for probably what feels like about a year or so. You can probably go and find the last kit that I made, because I remember it now. It's the Easy 8 build that I did in Discord. If you can find out when that was, then that's the last time I made a kit. Let's get this here. Get all these textures done is a long process, but it's fun. Let's see what chat says. Mecha says, why build kits when you can build them in games? Yeah, I mean, that's what I was doing on Mass Builder, but then I just kind of didn't want to spend time building on Mass Builder anymore, you know? Ember says, what would get me back into Gundam kits is if we could fight them. Yeah, like on GBN or GPD. VHS 23. Okay. Funny thing is, I'm almost done with like one side of this VHS rack, and then I have to do the entire other side. So bad. This isn't looking too bad so far, though. I'm actually not minding this. I just have to make sure all the materials are fine. It's gonna take forever to load all these materials. Funny thing is, I've got so many of these freaking VHSs, it's just mad. I just have to make sure I can find enough of them to use, and then we're good. I found like a website where there's a bunch of them here at the moment, so I'm just using that. I can get about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this one, so it's not too bad. Oh, come on now. That's just Gunpla battles as well. Still working on my Death Scythe Master Grade because HLJ and New Type have some disgusting shipping prices, says David. Dude, I feel like with HLJ especially, they're keeping me my Death Scythe High Grade held hostage. They're just like, we don't have any more stock. It's like, are you kidding me? I know it was one of the most popular high grades at the time, but how have you not, after like a year or two, how have you not got like more stock for this thing? Devasia says, I like to have the Gundam in my hand, just not as a digital statue. Alright, let's see. I need to just get the back and the side here, and I think I'm done with this next texture. Seriously, I'm going to be happy if anybody can recognize any of these when I'm done. But what I'll do is, instead of doing like a low lit environment, you know, for the shot, what I'll do is I'll actually show it without the lighting so that you guys can see what I've put in. And then you can have a laugh and see if you recognize any. Most of what I've got today in chat has been put in. It's the only outlying ones that I didn't put in was stuff like Time Anin for obvious reasons. Classic says, it's having time for Gunpla, I agree. I wish I didn't place the order. I did a pallet order from Bandai Namco, 350 kits. Whoa, what? Is that how many you ordered? I also have no physical stores that sell gunplay near me, says Damon. I do, but I don't know, man. I still don't want to go out, especially because of, like, new variants of the virus that are going around. No, I'm always... Especially with Jen's current situation. No, basically it means that Jen has no immune system, so I can't be risking anything. So I'd rather, you know, just, like, not go out. HLG always seems low on stock since not delivering outside Japan's a thing. Oh man, it's just HLJ sometimes. It's like they can have some good stuff and then other times it's just like bam, they're out of stock immediately. Let's see. Classic is a scalp versus dude. No, I know that's a joke, but Emma says alternatively, Gundam Wargaming tabletop that uses MS's that's about high grade size. Right now we need ground and aerospace vehicles too. I wish, says Emma. Wolf says, Emma, that's making me think of a D&D tabletop ST Gundam Gaiden themed campaign. Almost done it. Jen? You keeping an eye on the time, by the way? I'm not being nasty, I'm just saying. Just see the time and I was like, I'm gonna have to come off soon myself. Oops. Just gonna try and finish up as much as possible here. Come on now. Seriously, it's taken me all this time just to find, cut out, and place textures and then do the materials for them. So long. This is what I get for going way overboard with this instead of doing it the easier way, which would have, admittedly, wouldn't have looked good. So I suppose in the long run, it's going to be okay, but for the time being, I could have been doing animations instead, like throughout all of this evening, and instead it's just not happened. On the other hand, though, it really does look cool. Let's see, got a few more on your Discord, says Damon. We'll have a look now, sir. Thank you very much. I actually appreciate the help. Ooh, Vampire Hunter D. Yep, that's classic. Gotta have that. Gungrave. Ooh, yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, Maddox. I've got to have Maddox on here because I was talking about it recently. Everybody's going to come into my lobby later on and be like, dude, what the hell is going on here? They're gonna be like, what's wrong with all the VHS boxes in chat? I can imagine Apocalyptic saying something like that, coming in and being like, so anyway, what's wrong with all these old boxes? It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You either, Jim? You sure? Ah. Ooh. Texture. John says, I'm gonna do the wiggle dance. Let's see. Should have asked your Discord to do it and just stuck to the animation. Nah, man, I can't be outsourcing this kind of stuff to everybody, you know. Ember says, crispy Vienna sausages in omelette done. Time for breakfast. Thanks for the company. Thanks, Ember. Thanks for all the help as well. It's been nice chatting to you again. See, this is what I was on about before when I said I just like everywhere being chill. You know, I definitely feel like just having a place where everybody can drop in, have a good chat, and just chill out is great. No stress. Means we can all have a good laugh and these drop in and drop out streams where anybody can just come in and talk for a bit, and then that's it. Oh, it's all good. Means that I don't always have to do, like, you know, games or whatever. And it can still be fun for everybody. Or at least people can get some sort of enjoyment out of just chilling and chatting, you know. Let's see. Uh, 0.4 for that. I can't wait till I'm done with just this one side of the VHS wall, because then I can show you it. Classic says, my thumbs are too big, I keep mistyping, I got fat thumbs. Oh, sorry to hear that, Classic. I never keep up anyway, so it all goes over my head, says Devasia. This is very chill, says Damon. This has been so hill, it's like King of the Hill. Bobber says Wolf. Classic, it's fine, man, it's fine. Don't have to apologize. But yeah, you guys get what I mean, right? Like, some people I know would get super stressed out about, you know, like, oh, I've got no games to play anymore, or I can't figure what to do, so I'm just not going to stream. Whereas with me, I was just like, you know what? I just want to hang out for the evening, so I'll just throw up a, you know, a random chat stream. And then next moment, it's like, yeah, okay, everybody's in on this. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Because I don't know, I've not seen too many YouTubers do chat streams. It might just be me, but I'm trying to find it. Dude, I can't find this page that I was just using to get these textures from. What the hell? Oh, there it is. Like, I've seen some other VTubers do some stuff, but only like a handful. I hope your day has been well, Moody, says Wolf. Yeah, it has been, you know, just woke up, chilling, have some food, do a little bit of rendering for my animation just to see how it went. You know, get the timing right for certain parts and really sort of get the emotion that I need there. And then, you know, just start doing these textures. That's literally been my day so far. And then I'll just be hanging out for a little bit later on off stream, and then tomorrow, hopefully, if I've got everything sorted, I'll be doing Gundam stream, obviously, be doing more animation, more housework, so I'll be working on doing some decorating. So it's all looking good on my end at the moment, so I'm just enjoying everything going basically pretty well. If it wasn't going well, then you'd hear me just like, oh no. Okay, let's just get this back. Dude, it's gonna be funny having all these textures and, again, not having everybody see the amount of detail that's on them, but the effort's worth it just for the sake of it. It's like doing the decorating at the moment. There's some bits where I'm like, okay, I'll sand back the paint job. Like on the roof recently, I thought the paintwork was too streaky that I did on it. So I was like, yeah, I'll sand back the paint job. Sanded it back, and sure enough, sanded too much off in certain areas. So of course, when I've gone ahead and wiped the dust off, it's been thin, and I've just been like, oh no. So then it's a case of putting a new layer on and then sanding that back a little bit. And even though it sounds like, oh yeah, all I'm doing is putting stuff off and then taking it on and putting stuff on and then taking it off again. Even though it sounds really stupid, it's like the finish that I'm going to get as a result is going to be really good. I just need to be a little bit less rough-handed, you know. Because that's what happened. We put a really thick coat. My message didn't go, says John. Wait, what? Jenna's domesticated you well. You sound like your average housewife, says Proof. Dude, have you seen Legend of the House Husband? I think it is. The Way of the House Husband. Basically that. That's what I want it to be like. For a laugh.
I need to get in the apron for the glasses.
Jen, if I start walking around with my moody face on all the time, then you know we've got to that point.
If that's me directed at food and you try to cook it, then I know it's not too far.
Will the baby be named Sean? That's why my old man invested in a compressor. Yeah, the thing is, it's like I would have done the roof with like a mechanical center or an automated one, but the problem is I felt like that might be a bit too heavy-handed as well, and it seems like I was just too heavy-handed in general. I'm so close to the end of one side of this freaking VHS set at the moment. One side of it, and then I've got like the other to do. Honestly, don't know. But Jen, what did we say about baby names? Because it wasn't based. Oh no, we can't because parents and stuff. Because it might be doxing. Don't mention anything.
I don't know. If it was a girl, it's related to my mum. We'll say it's more of a unique name. For a boy, I did turn around and say, "What about Zach? We can name him after my boy."
Yeah, I remember that.
You'd let me have Cloud.
Yeah, I don't think Cloud. Because I know the Final Fantasy thing. I don't think that's gonna be. I'll let you have Zach if it comes down to wanting a Final Fantasy reference.
What was it? The other one was what was it? The idea of naming him John, because that's Snake's and Chief's name, isn't it?
Not Snake.
For some reason, I thought Snake was John.
Snake's is David.
I don't know why I thought it was John.
John is for Master Chief. If you wanted Snake, it'd have to be David.
David Jr.
Yeah, then we'd be saying Junior. Yo, John says John. Yeah, name him Rick. No. Vincent. Yeah, we've not really decided on anything yet. It's just more or less just throwing around ideas and being like, maybe. Yeah.
Frodo.
Frodo. No, because then I'd be doing the Oni joke all the time. Kill Frodo. Ah. Don't believe that is actually a thing in that game.
I think we get away with Samwise because they kill Sam. That's an actual name.
I'd go with Sam instead of middle name as well. I will let you have some of these reference names as long as they don't sound really obvious.
So,
No.
the guy brush.
Are you kidding me? I did say some of these. I didn't mean all of them. Depends on how ridiculous they sound. Dude, I've done 27 textures here. Sounds like not that much, but considering the effort that goes into them. If it's born on the 2nd of June, it can have my name, says John. John, you mean like Arbuckle? No. It was because we were having a laugh and trying to see what video game references we could get away with, because nerds! You know, but... The specific reference for that would be Master Chief's proper name is John. Because we're both kind of big Halo fans still, it's like, yeah, that would work. How about cast, like Dreamcast? No, I don't think that would work. Classic says, Godspeed, everybody. Stay awesome. Keep cool, Moody. Need to finish cleaning up. Peace. See you later, Classic. Thanks for sticking around. I'm not having Gilgamesh, Jen. That would just be way too on the nose. Do they like Fate? Yeah, we just named the kid after the King of Heroes. Doesn't have a last name, just Gilgamesh.
Remember, he's also a Final Fantasy character.
Oh yeah, and a Final Fantasy character. That would just be ridiculous. That'd be pushing the boat out way too far.
Okay, call
Name it Meg. God damn it, Meg.
Okay, Hero.
No, we're not doing.
I can go into the park going, Hero.
Dude, if we did that, if we ended up doing the Gundam Wing reference, you'd just have to have the kid lying face down in a pool for the meme. And then we'd be accused of, like, treating the kid poorly as well by child services.
Hero and then he can just throw his hair long. I would say Wu Fei, but then we have an issue with women.
Name the kid Wu Fei and then just have it turn out like in the show. It's a woman. God damn it. Don't do that. That is not good. Jen, you're supposed to be a good example for the kid here. These are all bad examples.
Technically, College Sonic is already doing this bit.
No. You are a really bad influence, you know that. Yamcha! Jeff! Oh god.
If he had his way, yes.
If I had my way, yeah. Because of the funny thing that I've mentioned on numerous streams about the word Jeff. It's not just it isn't the meme thing, it was before that. The Legend of Jeff. What are you thinking of now, Jen?
A friend at work who jokingly called me the Emperor for Warhammer.
The God Emperor of Mankind.
Yeah. Sometimes he even calls me the Emperor for a laugh. I should call the kid Horace.
Horace? Oh god. Am I gonna get backstabbed when I'm sleeping? Is that it?
No, I'll be the one getting the backstab. I don't know about you. The problem is you just gotta stop taking over the world very soon. I don't have time for that.
Just 29. John says name it latex. What? Wolf says, oh, Gilgamesh, you're a fan of the classic Babylonian epics. No, I like Fate. That reminds me, I can't wait for Fake Strange now. I totally wasn't reading more of it and talking to Gate about it in chat, and then Gate turns around and goes, yeah, do you realise that these are the most powerful versions of the summons as well? I'm just like, oh, so that makes Gilgamesh reuniting with Enkidu even more amazing.
Technically, if you kind of want to go off Fate, you can have Arthur.
Arthur? You can kind of get away with that.
And even if it's a girl, you call it Arthur, and then everyone will be confused.
Yeah, I think everyone would be confused if you had a girl and named it Arthur. But then again, you don't say that openly. She'll behead you. Oh. That's what's weird about the Fate franchise. Ooh. It's okay, we'll gender swap everybody, it's totally fine. Just as long as you don't remember the source material, it's totally fine. If anybody outside of Gate and Nova knows what I'm on about there, then there's probably going to be a smirk from somebody right now. Like, it's okay as long as you don't mention the source material. That's not how you get mana. That's all I'm going to say. Arturia, I insist on it, says Mecha. Kevin, Bob. Name it Zelreach. I think I've pronounced that right. I might not have. Get it out there that you love Fate / Tsukihime. Rock if a boy, roll if a girl. Mega Man reference, I think. Could be wrong on that. So close to finishing off all the VHSs on one side here. Ah! This is driving me nuts trying to do this. Let's try Slayers. It's called Mana Transfer, says Mecha in caps. Got a few more, but I can't really think of any anime, says Damon. What's that from Proof? Glider Masstab, I think I've pronounced that right, hopefully. Okay.
The winning name was Hulu Allspark.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was so stupid.
I'm looking through the other things. It's like Amelia, Megatron,
Megatron.
Street Lamp, Zelda, Luna, April.
Nope. So Jan.
Oh, the best middle name. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Say it like they'd have like your name and then wait for it. And he's...
God damn it! So stupid.
And there's another one that's of the sea.
With what?
The middle name of the sea. So it'd be like Dave of the sea.
Jeez. Rockman reference, otherwise I'd have said Mega for boy. Okay. Shinji! Get the goddamn robot, Shinji.
Let's call him Shinji then. He's already technically a robot, isn't
See, what else have I got here? Ooh. Does Pat Rainbow have VHS? Let's have a look. Seemingly not. I don't think. Or if it does, can't seem to find it easily. The only problem when you want certain anime boxes and just can't find them. Actually, I wonder whether Fate has a VHS. Let's have a laugh. Moody01. Hey, Phantom. It's been a while. How you doing? Just give them a Gundam serial number. Honestly, I don't think Fate's gonna have VHS. I think it's just gonna be DVD, isn't it? What the heck is this? Oh, Ray Earth. I could probably get away with Ray Earth. Hang on. I think. It's DVD. You still play GBO 2, Moody, says Phantom. I've not played in 5 months, so you could say no, but I'm kind of waiting on the PS... not the PS, the PC version. Just to see how well that goes. I kind of gave up on it when I hit the wall again and couldn't get any good matches. Plus, I just wanted less stress. At that moment, just trying to look for Ray Earth in English and it's just not there. I know the PC test is tonight. Yes, it's in another 7 hours it starts for me. Or 6 hours. Why not name the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy? Is that 14 or 15? Oh, no, it can't be 15, it'll be 14. Pokemon films have VHS. Yeah, I'll have to... Martha! I'll have to... get more of the Pokemon ones then. Trying to get... I thought I'll get Ray Earth because it looks kind of girly. And then can't find anything. If we call the kid Gaijin, he's going to be like the most Giga Chan ever. And he's not losing the Raticate. The Raticate's a major point. Seriously, that... I still get freaked out by that whole thing of, yeah, he just doesn't have his wrath gate anymore because you killed it. Any clamp work is girly. Heavy metal is girly. Wait, what? Let's have a look. Chobbits.
Oh my god.
Name it Reggie. Body's not ready. Right, Jen. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's see. Mecca. What are the clamp stuff can you name? Because I can't think of stuff off the top of my head. My brain's a mess right now. Oh. Because I'm going to finish up in a little bit anyway. I just need... Devasia says, less stress for you, try hard to deal with. I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 more boxes done, and then I've done one entire side. Let's see what we got here. There's one here that just, I'm looking at stuff. Perfect Blue. Which one was that one? I don't remember that. It sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Is I'm going to search it and be like, what? Perfect Blue. Oh, it's an 18. Blue gender. Jinro. Seriously? Oh, Satoshi Kon stuff. Oh, and there's the actual... Dude, there's the full VHS cover. Well, there we go. I guess I can have that. That's one thing I found out recently was Disney contracted a load of animation companies from Japan and, you know, ages ago to help out with some of their stuff. Actually, you never think about that, and then, like, I saw it recently in a video, and I was like, huh, interesting. Just a neat little tidbit that I don't think anyone takes into consideration when you're first watching Disney stuff, because you just, especially, like, for me anyway, you never really think about it. You see, like, all the old trailers for Disney stuff, you're like, oh, okay, Western animated stuff, and then instead it's like, no, we did that much animating and stuff, that we had to contract Japanese companies out to help out with the animating. Like, yeah, that makes kind of sense. That makes more sense. Oh, let's have a look. Can't remember where I heard that though. It was recently in a video. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Thank you very much, Becca. The non-hentai hentai kite. Wait, what? Clam did the character designs for Code Geass. Yeah, I thought so. Thought that was pretty common for a while since Asia. It must have just been me then. I know. Because, like, I honestly did not know about that. I was just like, oh, okay. Clearly, I'm not in the know with that kind of thing. I just kind of took it for granted. But then again, I've already admitted to having a very sort of, like, childish and naive way of thinking, so it might just be that side of me that's just like, oh, okay, cool. So that should be Perfect Blue done there, so I can just pop that there. Let's see. Naming all of these boxes as I do the materials for them. 72 materials in this one scene. Jeez. Funny thing is, they're more or less the same thing, but just slight edits of each other. Post the scene from Kite in your Discord. Enjoy. Oh god, is it in the main lobby or what? Have a look. Krull. Zardos. I'll have to have a look at that in a bit off stream. For obvious reasons. Okay, let's see. let's try some of the stuff that Mecha said. So, let's do magical notes. Magical notes, Ray. Rayneth. Please just give me like the box art for this stuff. Might actually go on Undertale's wiki and see if there's any specifics it mentions there as well. There's one on eBay that shows the back of it. Can I get the volume 3? Oh, dude, there we go. I love this about eBay. This is good for textures and stuff as well, where you can just like basically snipe the textures off eBay. It sounds terrible of me, but when you can go on and get the front, back, and sides off eBay, you know you've hit the jackpot for textures, because I did that a lot for me indie game, which is still in development, despite me not doing anything on it in ages. It went on hiatus when I screwed up my hand. Right, let's... Finding VHS covers for anime is so hard. I know, right? I'm gonna get a glucometer real quick. BRB, says Wolf. That's cool, it's cool. Yeah, finding stuff for anime is not easy, especially when you're looking for more classic stuff or older stuff. Yeah. Not easy. It's becoming the same thing for like textures and things, where you have to search specifics, and even then you might not find them. And the funny thing is, I'm actually using these for textures, so... Dude, that moment where you have to essentially warp the texture to get it to look right because of it being slightly lopsided. Good job. Photoshop has that ability to grab things and tweak them based on like certain points. Because otherwise I would not be able to do that. And it would look off. Oh, oh no. Now I just need the spine and then that text just done. Maybe using AI textures would make sense. I mean, yeah, sure, that would have probably made it easier. The problem is when you want something to be familiar as well, you know, so people can be like, oh, okay, that's kind of, you know, what I can imagine somebody having. You know, when you want it to be familiar like that, well, then it becomes a pain, because it's like AI-generated stuff tends to be only based on things that it can have inputted into it. And even then, you've got to basically find an AI that will allow you to do that. Whereas with this, it's the only awkward bit, really, apart from assembling the textures, is searching them in the first place, but you have more chance of finding this stuff. Or at least, I think, a little bit more, primarily just because you've got the entire internet to search through, you know. Some bits, admittedly, aren't easy, as we've found tonight, but hopefully this texture won't be too bad. Like, ideally, I wouldn't want to use this one outside of this sort of situation because of how much of a mess it is, but... Oh, Titan AE! Titan AE is a good film. I love that. Despite the jokes about Creed being a bad band, I actually do like the music for it. There's AI correction and upscaling. That might be good. Wolf says back. Nice. Welcome back. I just realised we got the Sonic Unleashed OST on in the background now because it's switched over to it. Dude, this collection of like anime and videos is like the most nutty thing I've ever seen. Then again, that's what it's meant to be. I'm just dreading the other side of the collection when I actually have to do more. Right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll call it a night. Have you done the Sonic anime? Oh god, I haven't! Dude, that'd be so easy to find. Hang on. Sonic the movie, isn't it? Oh, dude, just found it in like 2 seconds. Funny thing is, I actually like Sonic the movie. I've watched it so many times. Like, sure, it's cheesy and everything, but I do like the old animation style. It's done by Toei, if I remember rightly, the same people that do Dragon Ball. Yeah, dude, I'm putting that in there. It's a favorite, so I'm putting that in there. Is that a higher res version of it? Huh. I have that upstairs somewhere. Oh, there's... I think that's Damon posting it? Yeah, that's the same one I'm looking at. Oh, that moment where I try and open it in Flickr and it's not opening, so I'll just use the one from Discord because it's actually better. It's kind of low res, but I can get away with it a little bit. Because it's the Sonic one, you can kind of get away with it. So we've got what? I think I said I had 7 to go, so that'll be 6. And then the next time we do something like this, I'll get the other ones. Oh, let's see, like, I'm gonna open the Undertale wiki in a moment and see if there's any specifics, because it mentions, what, giant robots, flowery swordswomen, I think it is, and there's some other stuff in there. Hang on. I'll actually just type in Undertale anime references and see whether that comes up with anything, because then we can specifically search for that kind of stuff. Mario? Okay, file save. I love the way I've just been slapping these textures over the top of each other, so there's just like a million different bits to this texture right now. Okay, let's see. That'll be VHS 33. No, 32, sorry. I love the way I can't even count now. 32. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach, right? Yeah. Pie's done, Sister of Asia. Oh, nice. Hope it's good. Okay, that's the Sonic movie in there as well. There are also a couple of Mario shorts based on Japanese fables. Ooh. Let's see. Chobits, I'll try that. Tokyo Babylon, I don't think I've heard of that one. Let's try that one. Let's try Chobits. Or Chobits first, however you want to pronounce it. Probably Chobits. Know of it, but I'm not too familiar with it. It used to be in a load of AMVs ages ago. Yeah, I've got to put Full Metal Panic in there if I can. Let's try Robot Jogs. Full Metal Panic seems like it'd be kind of at home, but it depends on whether it's probably going to be DVD rather than VHS, and if it is, I'm going to have to leave it out. The really early stuff would be like, nah, it'd be early 2000s, it probably would be DVD. Yeah. Unfortunately. I've already got Prince of Darkness in there. Let's see. Prison Battleship. No way, John. No way. I wouldn't get away with that. Let's try Tokyo Babylon. Oh, there we go. God damn it, the box has... The box has flashes on it. I'm trying to think. Let's try Clamp VHS anime, see what I get from that. School Detectives. Okay, could probably try and get that. Oh, there we go. School Detectives, I can get that. Where's... I just literally opened the... Oh, no. I click it, and it doesn't open the image for me. There we go. Barefoot Gen. The heck are people posting here? At least you need an American cartoon. Like Chuck Norris Karate Commando. Hang on, let me see. Undertale anime references. References in the lab. Okay, what are these references? It's a comic of a giant robot fighting a beautiful alien princess. Two scantily clad chefs are flinging energy pancakes at each other. That sounds like DBZ. Hideous android running to school with toast in its mouth. I don't think there's specific references, but they're kind of like a mix. Visual collection of Undertale's references to different games. More JoJo references. References by Undertale, let's see. Video games, web comics, web video. No, that's stupid. That's TV Tropes though, what do I expect? TV Tropes is not a good site. Don't spoil it for Dave. Oh yeah, I get you. The thing that you posted up. I still need to do a new Yasha. Hang on, let's do... I imagine that's one that'll be on the list. There we go. It's a DVD though. God damn it. I thought maybe that would work. The one about the two shirtless chefs throwing around pancakes sounds like an anime similar to Cooking Fighter How. And, like, the energy pancakes thing so reminds me of, like, Destructo Disc from DBZ. I was trying to get Inuyasha, but it's a DVD only. By the looks of it. I thought maybe it goes far enough back that I can get a VHS of it, but no, apparently not. Astro Boy. Astro Boy might work. Ah, hello. We have a winner. Nice one, Gabe. Let's see, I can get the full VHS. Front, back, and side. We're good. Does this have the front, back, and sides? No, it has the front and back. Ah! That's so annoying. If you want to go Western, there's Thunderbirds or Thundercats. Thundercats would probably work, actually. I'm trying to think of other stuff similar to Undertale that I can put in there as, like, little nods. The worst part is, I've only done, like, half of these... Well, almost half of these boxes at the moment, and I'm still going to need to do, basically, the other half. Hang on. So I've got, like, another 30-odd VHSs to do at least, which is awkward. Just give me a sec, I'll just get something else done here. Oh. Next time we need to figure out a system, because this is hard. Yeah, what I'll do is, I'll post up the requirements in animation section, because I know a lot of you guys seem to lurk in at the moment, which is actually quite nice, because I didn't expect the animation to get such a interest from people. You know, because I've got a couple of comments previously on Undertale content that I've done where it's like, oh, it's Undertale, it's full of cringe characters and stuff, and it's like, no, you're just going off the memes and stuff that have been generated, you know, around it, and just silly parts of the community. It's actually a lot better than just, like, that side of it. You know. Oh. But yeah, I didn't expect the animation to get this much attention. But then it is, like, one of my biggest projects I've ever done as well, so... Ooh. There we go. I've been posting this on general, says Damon. Yeah, you have. If you want to avoid any problems, Damon, just delete a couple of them. It's no big deal. Because I imagine Ion will be like, wait, what the hell? Either that or he'll just not bother with anything. You know. He'll probably just be like, whatever. I know Dragux might ask questions, but... Oh, there's nothing that's really bad that should happen, at least, so it's not too bad. Dude, 32 individual textures. This takes so long. I wish I had, like, a macro or something. I mentioned it before. I wish I had, like, a macro that could just do this for me. Like, search the internet, find an anime image based on what I trained it to look at, and then just be like, right, there we go. Turn it into a box. VHS 33 out of 72. I wonder whether Steam Detectives has a VHS, because that'd be pretty cool. I'm staring at 5 boxes here that I need to fill in. I'm now remembering that one fan comic had a crossover between Undertale and One Punch Man, and ended up with Flowey saying, oh, as well, this might as well be happening, this fandom has been getting dumber every day. See, that's the thing, like, I blame the memes, because, like, the thing is, I don't mind the fandom, I really don't. There are a lot of good things that come out of the fandom, but definitely the memes haven't helped. Let's try Fire Emblem. Oh yeah, there was. Oh dude, I can actually find that really easily. Holy crap. Oh, but it's low res. What about that one? Oh, that one's not too bad. Doesn't even have to be in English, really. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, it's like I've said before. It's like I've said before, I don't mind the Undertale fandom, because a lot of stuff that I like about it has come out of it. It's just, I definitely think it hasn't helped with the amount of Sans memes that everybody puts up. You know, or like I've said before, I like some of the uses of the content and everything to create new stories and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, when you have a storyline which is specifically all about different multiverse versions of Sans fighting each other, it's a little bit weird. You know, it's kind of like the whole thing with everybody having a Sonic OC that is basically more powerful than Sonic, can use all the Chaos Emeralds and goes twice as fast and is like a reverse of Sonic's name or whatever. You know, it's that meme in a nutshell. That's kind of what I don't like about the fandom. But then again, this is just me talking. I feel like there's a lot of good and a lot of bad with it, and you just have to kind of roll with it. But a lot of people judge it solely on the whole thing of, oh, there's a bunch of Sans memes and stuff, so I'm not gonna like it. Or I don't like it because it seems like cringy. It's like, no, you're ignoring a lot of the game and all the extra content that's in it there, just by more or less just throwing it into that kind of sort of classification where you're just like, oh, I've only seen the memes and stuff, so it's only this. You know, it's only this because there's non-stop memes of Sans with Megalovania playing in the background. You know, so it's just super cringe. Or they've only seen Sans do his jokes and stuff loads of times, and it's just like, oh, it's super cringe. Like, no. Tenchi Muyo. Oh, yeah, I can do Tenchi Muyo, hang on. I can't stand that furry OCs all have bioluminescent colours. It just looks so bad, says Damon. It's furries, man. They try and stand out. Oh. Oh crap. I put a gradient texture on that one. I should have just put an image texture. Hang on. Right, I've got 4 more boxes to do. Tenchi Muyo, I'll do 1. Tenchi Muyo! Right, no. Oh my god, I can get Tenchi the movie on VHS. I'm having that. Funny thing is, I haven't even seen Tenchi the movie, but I've seen the original series, so I'll take it. I love the way on the front of this box, it's like, digitally mastered for superior sound and quality. Is this all coming from, like, YouTube? Because if it's coming from the same YouTube channel, I can just make it easy on myself and just search up that YouTube channel. Yeah, it is. So if I search up that YouTube channel, Pioneer VHS release uploaded 2022. Okay. That might make things easy, because I've noticed it's all the same. That's, the same kind of stuff that it's giving me that's actually making this texture work really easy. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'll check chat in a moment. Just give me a sec. Try and just bang out these textures as quick as I can. August 2 in the continuation of that. I just looked up anime VHS trying to pick off titles. Oh, yeah, some of them... Trying to pick the older ones is a little bit awkward. Let's see if Digimon the movie has a VHS. It probably does. Because that'd kind of be in line. Hang on. See if I can find it in a moment. That's the 34th texture. Right. 3 more textures till this side, and then I'll post up this side as an image on the Discord. Three more to go. And the funny thing is I have to keep them all in the same folder, or at least one that can be found on my computer because of the way that the file system works for Blender. Because it tracks stuff. Oh, dude, I'm taking that as an easy one, if I can. Hang on. VHS collector, Tenchimoyo, Trouble Hatches. Is that a large image? Let's find out. Yep, that's large enough. I'm having that. Is this just an anime website? Or a VHS database? Oh, it is. Let's try anime. See if it gives us stuff easy. Macross, yeah, definitely. Love the way I type in anime in this and it comes up with The Mask, the animated series. Let's try Macross. Macross. Trouble Hatches sounds like a platformer from the PS1. Ah, here we go, Macross. Dude, we've got so many different Macross ones here. I'm gonna take a couple of those. So let's do 1, 2, and 3, and I can use those super easily. And then I think we're done for tonight after that. Why is my PC lagging all of a sudden? It's pretty strange. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this website's gonna help now. See what people are posting in animation project so far. Oh, it's Damon posting up stuff. Thank you very much for reposting, Damon. Oh, Pokemon the movie. Oh, dude. Oh, the problem is it says activate Windows at the bottom. Oh, yeah, no watermarks is obviously better. Oh, come on now. Damon's just put XD in chat. Yeah, definitely having no watermarks is going to be better. Go into like the scene, and all you see in the little corner of one of the VHSs is just watermarks. Like, that's a dead giveaway. Right, almost. Oh, I say that, and then I'm gonna have to cut the watermark off this Tenchi box because it's got a VHS collection.com sign on the side of it. Like, dude, seriously? I can just about get away with it. It's gonna make the front look a little bit weird, aspect ratio wise, but we can fix that. Oh, now you've got me there. I've got to have Back to the Future, but that's wait, what? Isn't the video? That's the video game, right? Let's see. Okay, that's that. Oh crap. Unregistered hypercam. Watermarks, that's a dead giveaway. Actually sounds like an anime title. Yeah, my Windows is busted. Oof. Yeah, it's just that whole thing. You don't want watermarks on textures. It's why some textures, like, when I get around to doing my indie game again, I'll be showing you guys that as, like, one of my next projects, eventually. But with my indie game, there are a load of textures that I had to, like, Photoshop to get rid of watermarks and stuff. That was pretty nuts. Yeah, I was making an indie game ages ago. An indie horror based on one of the jobs that I used to do. So I was like in the process of making it. It's actually on the Discord still. I just don't have the actual room for it visible to everyone at the moment. But I was thinking of actually making it visible again when I pick it up again. So but yeah, it's a first-person horror game thing that's basically got PS1 graphics. It's all cool. Yeah, I got like the basic alpha I think done. I was trying to do work on it to get it to beta, and yeah, it was just a bit awkward. Mainly because I'm trying to work everything out. First time actually doing an indie game as well, so. Sounds awesome, Dave, right up my alley. Yeah, has it got wobbly graphics? Yeah, like when you see all these videos of people on YouTube doing PS1 graphics and they're going on about, you know, like how they should be and everything. I was I was there really early before quite a lot of them figured out, you know, how to do the graphics better. So of course it's a little bit behind in terms of like visuals and stuff now. But a lot of people have since picked up that PS1 style on like Unreal Engine. So that's what I was using originally, but I had to redo the code. Primarily because it was just to say it was chugging a little bit was is an understatement. But yeah, it's pretty cool now. It's in a lot better place than it was. I was still working on it when I lost the ability to use both of my hands. Um, because I was still doing little bits of coding in between, and then I ended up stopping work on it for a bit just to make sure I didn't completely ruin my hands. So I've not touched it since. The idea is go back to it, you know. Oh crap. Come on, trying to get just a Macross title here. Let's try Macross Plus. Too low res. Reminded me of PS1 style first person horror called My Demon Wife. That's pretty sick, man. Yeah, what ended up happening was like I was inspired by the job that I used to do as a security guard, and also at the time I was doing that, Alien Isolation came out, and I just came up with this idea where I was like, it'd be interesting if you could do basically the same job, like walking around and stuff, trying to explore and open up new areas of the map. And as you do, you have to watch out for random or randomly occur, excuse me, randomly occurring enemies that'll just jump you. Just having a drink there. The idea was that anything that you do in game has a chance of triggering a different event. And the idea was I was just going to fill the area full of different things that would trigger certain things. So, for instance, you just get encouraged to go around and just play with things, like, because everything had physics similar to Half-Life 2, because I got inspired by that too. So the idea was that you'd be asked to do certain tasks, or you'd just get curious and like mess around with something, and it would have a chance of triggering a random event, which would cause the game to potentially get more harder as you go. But you wouldn't know what that random event would be unless you'd played and experienced it all before. So you could literally like mess around with something that seemed really inconspicuous, and then all of a sudden you jumped by like 3 enemies or something. You know, uh, that was the idea for it to just be like highly interactive, but then have the player be responsible for their own sort of experience. So you could have like a really easy experience where you genuinely don't have too much of a threat, or you could literally just be a complete idiot, wreck everywhere, and then be like, okay, the game is super hard now. No, that was my idea behind it, because it was kind of like a mix of different things that I was going for inspiration. So it was like Alien Isolation, a little bit of Dead Rising, a bit of Half-Life 2 for the physics stuff. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I just need to get back to it because I think I'm kind of overselling it here at the moment. I just had like the basics going where the AI was pretty good at going in and out of rooms and looking for you and being pretty nasty. And I was just at the process of coding it to where you could use a flashlight, but if you use the flashlight, you risked the AI seeing it, so you'd have to be really careful with where you were using it. Oh, let's try. Can't find Macross on its own. Let's try Robotech. Kind of like a minefield. A little bit. Like, the whole idea was, because I'd worked previously in, like, an old server place, the idea was that you'd be going in a similar sort of environment or the same, and experiencing a similar kind of, sort of, routine, you know, where you'd be asked to do similar things, like do a walk around of the perimeter, do an interior walk, get stuff set up for, like, the next day or whatever. Because I wasn't too focused on whether I'd do sort of a 5 nights approach where it takes place over the space of a week and you had like different missions. The idea was just you would unlock different areas as you go on. It was something where I was kind of like slowly building up the idea as it went and sort of feeling it out. But the test area was really cool, because, hang on. I'm just having a look for Space Battleship Yamato as a VHS here, but I don't think I can get it. Yeah, the whole idea was that it would be some sort of like creepy horror thing where you'd have to be really careful with what you do. But the test level was really creepy when I got the AI working, because literally they could just appear wherever and you wouldn't really know where. You know? So, it got really nuts, just, like, walking around, and the next moment the AI would jump you, and you'd have to, like, try and avoid them or lose them. Or distract them, which was a thing. David says, sorry about this, but I need to head to bed. It's fine, man. It's fine. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll open up that portion of the Discord again in a little bit. I'm trying to think of what else would have an anime around about then. Let's just try Dragon Ball again. See you, Damon. Nice to see you again, by the way. Trying to find these boxes is so annoying. I might try Gundam. Gundam. I don't think I've actually searched up anything outside of Wings, so maybe I can get something else. Endless Waltz will probably be the easiest one to find. There's Wing, but it's not got the front, back, or side. Try and see if eBay has it here. Oh no, that's the front and back. I was trying to find SD Gundam Gaiden VHS and jokingly recommended, but I couldn't find. But I couldn't, says Wolf. I mean, that would be cool if I could find something like that, but. Let's see. You'd think it'd be totally easy to find Wing stuff at least, because of it being so popular in the West, but can I find a front, back, and sides for Wing? Can I heck? Which is kind of confusing. Like, even stuff before Wing, you'd think I'd be able to find. see here. I can't find anything. I'm gonna call it for now, and get around to doing some other stuff, and then we'll resume this and see if we can find anything. I'll try and enlist people's help again. So yeah, by all means, stick around in the animation section of Discord if you're interested in this project still, and I'll try seeing what we can do. I just knocked into the microphone there. Anyway, thank you very much for everybody that's taken part in this. I've enjoyed chilling out with you guys while I've been doing this. It's definitely kept it more entertaining than just sitting here alone with just some music playing. So yeah, I'll see you guys later on. Thank you very much. I appreciate the company. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!